right.
Oh my god. All right.
All right, everybody sit the fuck down.
Let's sit
Let's do
and
this.
start this fucking thing.
Oh yeah. That's fine.
All right, hateful haiku. Who's on these? I'm on one.
All right, well, first of all, this is a new episode, so everybody just calm
We
down.
must introduce.
Hey, bud, I had too much whiskey. Becky brought all this birthday scotch. I'm a little silly. 2 slices of cake? No, I had 1, but I had 7 cookies.
That's a great opening to an episode. This is episode 11. Here's the music.
Grown-up, human, comic, people! Grown-up, human, comic, people!
Who is on
God,
hateful
that's
haikus?
really how we started.
Well, this is not another episode. We have to go through the procedure.
No, but I'm just curious.
Oh, it's
The theme music's still playing.
It's the two of you and Jer.
Oh,
Yeah.
rad. All right. I didn't know you were on it. It was a question mark.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, was there?
Maybe not.
I wrote a quick one.
I'm an idiot.
I'm gonna.
Greg's gonna throw one in there.
Bye.
Dave, see you, man.
Dave, who was in the last episode, just left us. But he took some awesome pictures and gave us some insights. Before I don't
Greg's
know.
leaving.
So we're gonna and Greg just also got up and left, and
He'll be right back.
and now I'm sitting here
That's
by
okay.
myself, talking to myself.
He'll be right
I don't think anybody got that reference.
Out of I did.
You did? Okay.
No, I didn't. What?
Jurassic Park.
All right, so let's
Yeah.
start. Let's
Yeah.
start. Let's start.
So to my left.
Hello, I'm Dan.
Greg.
Hey, Greg. Happy birthday.
Thanks.
I own the recording equipment.
Jer.
Becky.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Jared. One of these people was not the actual person.
Go ahead and take a guess as to who it wasn't.
So we're going to start some hateful haikus.
yeah.
Before
what was
the information.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Find us on.
So I almost forgot. I'm not used to this whole
We gotta get
renumbering
used to it. And we should
process.
do it
We've
at
also
the
been
end,
drinking.
too.
Yeah, you're right.
We didn't do it last time.
So, if you're looking for our podcast, we are on, let's see here, Tumblr and Player FM, Instagram. Check out our sweet pictures, Twitter and SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, and the old Facebook. So just come and check us out no matter where you're listening from. Check out those other things. We got sweet pictures and stuff like that. We're also run out of Southside Comics, run by my friend Dan here. And the address of Southside Comics is
1819 East Carson Street in the great city of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And our website, if you need anything, we'll ship it to you, www.southsidecomicspgh.com.
It's a pretty sweet
anything
shop.
that our distributor has in stock, you can order. Anything we have in stock, you can order.
That's a really good selling point because not a lot of shops do that. Like
Right.
they mostly rely on their own stock, but whatever is available from the distributor,
Yes.
you will seek out for people and
That's
get
really
it
cool of
get
you
it to
to
them.
That is our niche.
Yeah.
We are trying to break in that regard so that you can order whatever any shop can order.
Yeah,
So that's our approach. Check it out. The website's nice.
yeah.
Can I ask you a shop question?
Go ahead.
Do people still tumble in quite literally asking if you can repair their phone?
Oh yeah. This shop used to be a cell phone. It was called Unlock.
I've actually
Global
seen that
Phones.
happen
Yeah.
while I was here.
Oh yeah. It's like
It was really funny.
the strangest people come in to like, can you unlock my phone?
Yo,
Can
man.
Can you pay
My SIM card.
Yeah, can you pay my phone bill?
And if you asked your phone to be unlocked from a certain country, that meant that they knew that the drugs were in the basement,
Yeah.
and the money laundering service was still available,
Absolutely.
and you would bring them down there. This was because there's maybe 3 independent cell phone dealers in Pittsburgh that aren't organized crime money laundering.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So now that we've cleared all that up,
It was an important question.
yeah, no, yeah, I
Come
agree.
by and get your Note 7.
Come by and get some comics and some T-shirts. We got these sweet new T-shirts. I don't know if you might have listened to last episode. Heard us talking about them. They're a vivid, vibrant blue color.
Beautiful blue.
I think it really makes the logo pop.
Boom.
Yeah,
Look out.
it does.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. Some of us wanted black, but I thought that was
That'll be on the next one because that's what everyone's going to vote for.
yeah. Vote go on the Facebook page and tell us what color you would like the next shirts to be.
Red, orange.
Provided that color is black.
Red, orange, or purple.
Or
We have a
black.
theme going here.
Or I mean, if not black's not.
I don't think there's any.
Black
ninja-
is a color, therefore it's an option.
I don't think any Ninja
Disclude
Turtles
blacks.
are black.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
it's technically a lack of color.
I got some
But
fun.
juxtaposed against other colors, it becomes a color.
There's no black Ninja
Right?
Turtles.
You're
Maybe not. I'm
Be
sure.
You're right.
racist.
That's kind of fucked up.
Scientifically
You
speaking,
got something
it's all
against
good.
black?
I'm reaching.
I just don't want to be a dick. You know that?
That was cheap. I don't know.
I'm done.
It was cheap but fair.
And the fact that there's no black Ninja Turtle is bullshit. And I feel like we should print a shirt for
There's
the black
also-
Ninja Turtle that was underrepresented with the Ninja Turtles.
First of all,
boom, argued that, bitch. Be a racist.
first of all, they're goddamn turtles and they're green.
Green. Yeah.
Second of all, there is a black turtle. His name is Slash.
What?
What?
Slash's bandana is black.
Is it black?
Yes.
Really?
You fucking assholes. trying to out turtles me. Get the fuck out of here. Slash's bandana is
I was
black.
thinking
Wait,
that when
hold
you
on.
said it, but I thought it was like
Yeah.
dark
Let me
green.
No,
text
it's
the
black.
expert on
Totally
this.
educated.
Wendy
Yeah.
Bell.
I was educated.
So
Slash's bandana is definitely black.
I'm
Where
gonna.
is Slash from? Like old Eastman stuff, or
He's in the original comics, I think.
I mean, I'm
forget
not going to step to Jared's Ninja Turtle knowledge, but
he's not in the new stuff?
Well, I'm gonna be.
Yeah, he is.
I'm gonna be a.
Really?
Yeah.
Geez.
Like-
Oh fuck!
Good.
And he's
The-
gangster as shit. I totally.
foil to the knowledge base. Again, episode 1, I said like, hey, I'm a dilettante on this whole thing. So for someone who hasn't read, who had never heard of Slash in the Ninja Turtles world, what?
Okay. So Slash is another mutant ninja. He's another mutant turtle in that universe. He has a bunch of different origins. I forget what the original origin is. Like for example, in the new cartoon show, he was like Raphael's pet snapping turtle, and he got mutated.
He looks like the Venom
and-
of Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
And
he kind of is.
in the new show, Nickelodeon show, he is voiced by Corey Feldman, who
Yeah.
was the original Donatello. So yeah, you get to hear his voice again as Slash, which is fun.
Yeah,
It's cool.
man, right here.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah.
And if
once
you ever-
again,
as our listeners can easily see.
right.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know.
Corey Feldman in a fedora hat next to the CGI Slash, which is not even like a small margin as cool as the graphically illustrated,
The original one.
the original Slash.
Yeah. Also, in Turtles in Time, Slash is hard as fuck to beat. Anyway,
Turtles in
mean-
Time is a hard game in general.
yeah, mostly. Yeah, that level is really difficult. That's probably the hardest level, honestly. I forget what the other hard ones.
The
what?
video game section of this.
Yeah, we should do a video game section.
I love video.
Yeah.
The original NES Turtles game. The
Oh,
first
well,
one.
it's not even fun. It's so hard.
That was so hard.
It's
Yeah.
not. It's not. Yeah. It's,
Like not like
You can walk across it?
as the
You can walk across it.
yes, as the angry video game nerd said, and as Greg reminded us, you can just walk across it.
God, he cracks.
I remember waiting for that game to come in the mail.
Wow.
I pre-ordered that thing.
Wait,
I
you
was so
pre-ordered it.
Yeah,
The NES
Mail
one?
to your house. Like,
Yeah.
it came, holy
Wow.
shit. I didn't know they did that.
yeah. I was serious about it, and I mean, disappointment was a big word for a little kid, but
a hard game. It kind of broke your soul.
I understood
It's
it.
terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, holy shit! Holy shit! Side note, anyway, Slash came with the raddest fucking weapons as the toy.
The original one?
As the toy. He comes with this like really esoteric, like weird
Wait, I think that's a.
is that a new one? That's the new one, maybe.
No, I think.
No, I had that one.
Like I remember that, like the twisty side, the curly.
Someone
Yeah,
made that.
he's-
Someone made this. That's I think Raphael.
I don't.
That's either Raphael. That's a repaint of a different figure, because I don't think there's a Slash figure, because that's from the newest. That's from the cartoon show. The big one you just saw. That's not Slash from them. Someone painted that.
Dude, why?
I think it might be a Raph figure.
It might just be an artificial memory injected.
Maybe. Anyway, so let's get to the hateful haikus.
Let's get to it. We got
Let's
two.
get to it. Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
J-Man?
Jaren.
I'm looking forward to Jared's.
All right.
New
Oh,
poet, new
actually,
poet on the
I'm just
block.
gonna throw this out here. Actually,
That's the original figure.
yeah,
Yeah.
there
So-
was a slut. Sorry.
Yeah, Jared's.
But then, not
Fine, I'm
Slash
just
is
real
cool. I guess.
interested. in
Okay.
this.
All right, J-Man.
So,
Sorry, bud. I just want to find out if I'm having artificial memories injected into my brain. I have breast in my brain.
It'll happen.
I'm so okay. All right, I'm stopping. I'm done.
all right. So mine is Jingle Bells, fuck you. The heat doesn't work. Cars fucked. What the fuck, Richard? Now, if you notice, I use fuck in every line of
Yes,
that.
and I commend you for that.
Okay.
That's a good device. Yeah.
Fuck Richard.
Wait, can we get that one more
Yeah,
time?
one more time.
Yeah,
Oh,
do it
Jingle
again.
Bells, fuck you. The heat doesn't work. Cars fucked. What the fuck, Richard?
Richard. Oh God.
I mean, I don't have to think too hard about what it's about, but it's like just because I know the car that you drive. It's like, I'm guessing you're not talking about somebody else's car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Are you talking about your car?
Nope.
Oh. Never mind. Okay.
Nope.
This is a thing we can all guess.
Yeah, it's something you can guess.
Okay.
It's like a very broad thing. You know what I mean? It's not very specific. Yeah.
Christmas?
You're close. You're close.
Snowing.
You're still real close.
Snowing in spring.
Winter.
You don't
there-
you guys don't have
Winter.
microphones. You don't get to
Winter.
guess. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
winter.
No one can
whole
hear what
winter
you're saying.
season. The car guess was all these were good guesses.
Oh, but it's winter. This is the season of
Winter.
winter.
Oh, just winter. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Winter
Winter.
where it snows.
hate
All right,
winter.
fair enough.
And it's kind of winter right now.
And it never seems to stop.
Winter and spring. Yeah.
No,
I mean,
dude.
it was snowing sideways today.
Yeah. When I left your house the other day, like it was just like shitting, man. It's
Yeah.
all of a sudden. It was like, ah.
Yeah, it was bad.
I did wish someone Merry Christmas this afternoon.
Legitimate and appropriate.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
since earlier yesterday it was like shorts weather. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was nice
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Mine?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. It's on my phone. I gotta pull it up. I texted it to myself.
Yeah,
I wrote
props
it
to you
in-
for memorizing.
I wrote it in the bathroom. Okay, I just had to make sure we had 5 syllables in that first line. I'm drunk now. When darkness collides with the symbol of justice, only shit prevails.
Is it
Oh, Batman versus Superman. Yeah. I got it at the first line.
Oh man, let's talk about that for a couple of hours.
Hey, Dan, what's your thoughts? He's got the best face.
I kind of want a picture of that.
Yeah, I kind of want to take a
I'm
picture.
sending Instagram that right now. Actually, just hold on.
Looks like you're trying to
Just
take
remember
a
what
shit.
face you're making. Just go ahead and make that face. Yeah, okay. That's perfect. Yeah, got it.
That was pretty good, Daniel.
Thank you.
That was well played, sir. I have no retort.
I'm hashtagging that. This is the face that Batman v Superman makes you make.
Do hashtag
When you like
only
it.
shit prevails.
Only shit prevail.
Well played. Sir. Well played.
Yeah, that was because you know what? Like, as much as I bitch and gripe about stuff, I really don't hate a lot of things. Like, I mean, I hate all the normal things, injustices, rape,
Yeah, like all
you
those
know,
things are terrible.
child abuse.
Yeah,
like, I hate these things, but like, you know, there's nothing that I actively am like hating every day, you know. But that thing, man.
But there's a special hate for something that should be good.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That was part of the point. That, like, I think we were saying last episode was, like, this is their flagship thing. I should walk out of there saying, "Wow, that was great." You know, you walk away from something that's supposed to be, you know, launching a whole. Yeah, it was like kind of worth the $5 that you pay for the matinee price, but
Or going back a couple episodes to the Vision, and when the Vision says, you know, they can't hate you because they don't know you. but we are deeply invested in these characters.
like,
we do know them. And this thing happened. We are so hurt. I mean, would the Vision say, "Hey, maybe you guys actually do hate this"?
yeah.
Like maybe you do. Like
You'd be like, I think you guys have strong feelings about this. And
you,
probably don't
it
like
might
very
be
much.
hate. It might
Yeah.
one of those feelings might be hate. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys got it.
Yeah.
That was quick.
Good one.
I almost didn't get the last line out before you all.
Yeah, that was good. That was very good.
You guys are good.
You're so creative.
Speaking
you
of,
guys are
of
creative.
the most recent Vision was fucking awesome.
Oh, I haven't read it yet.
Wait. What?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Greg,
Because
did
I
you
love
did you-
Vision. And
Did you do one?
Oh wait.
Did you do
yeah.
one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Greg's got one
oh,
too.
great.
Oh,
Yeah.
Greg's got a high.
What does
Yeah.
Greg
Oh,
hate?
Yes, let's go.
Right.
Go for it.
Right, so this is it's simple, but you know, I guess in my mind it works. So here it is. Music, yeah, of course. Theater, sure. Can't see why not. Both. What have you done?
Barry Manilow.
It's a couple of commands.
It's yeah, just like the whole thing. And I don't want to say anything too specific, but yeah, it's generally yeah.
I thought you were gonna say my big fat Greek wedding too.
Oh God.
Is it a musical? Because if so, sure, that qualifies.
Yeah,
Really?
it's a
You
musical.
really
It's
hate
a musical,
musicals.
right? It's like a musical. Isn't that like? Don't they do some?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like a Mamma Mia kind of Hollywood musical.
No,
wait,
no,
oh,
no,
wait.
no, no.
Wait, no.
Big
no,
Fat
you're
Greek
thinking
Wedding
of-
is not. You're thinking of Mamma
Yeah.
Mia.
I just lump them all together.
Yeah, all that
I mean,
shit.
Pierce
Oh, that-
Brosnan was in fucking Mamma Mia, the film version.
I did see Mamma Mia, and Pierce Brosnan
True story. They made him sing,
attempts to
and he
do
was
something
terrible.
that's along the lines of singing in it, and it's
You can't make James
horrifying.
Bond sing.
No. Although I feel like Daniel Craig probably has a nice voice. Like that.
Yeah,
think?
but
Yeah.
not Pierce Brosnan.
No, Pierce Brosnan cannot sing.
He's terrible.
No. I could be totally full of shit, but I would. Something about Daniel Craig says like he might be good at singing.
can see
Yeah,
that.
just because
Yeah.
he's smooth looking and he looks good in a suit, you know.
Well, he's like a
Pierce
theater.
Brosnan,
Well, he has a
like-
theater background.
Yeah, he's a theater background.
Pierce
kind
Brosnan
of-
does not.
Yeah. I would think that he's. Pierce Brosnan what's his Remington Steele.
Yes. Yeah.
I only saw one episode of that, so I don't know too much about it.
That's all you need.
It's just a shitty TV version of
Yeah.
James Bond.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, I can see him transitioning into like, you know, cage fighting. That would be like reasonable. Like, oh, he has fighting skills, you know.
He does look like a
Do you-
UFC guy or something. He
Yeah,
does.
right. Like,
Pierce Brosnan?
No.
Daniel Craig.
Couldn't-
Okay.
Oh, he does look like he might fuck some people up in the cage. Yeah.
yeah,
Pier-
I don't know. Like, he's got like this eye, like some sort of like bone structure that
Yeah,
suggests
he's like
like,
Yeah.
I'll fucking fight you, man.
Yeah,
Like,
oh,
I
yeah.
give zero.
He's got the
fucks.
rugby, what I call the rugby face.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
skull looks like it's hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He might be my favorite
Ha.
Bond. You know, it's
I don't
think-
disagree with that
yeah.
actually. Yeah. Because of the kind of character, like if you really think about what James Bond is supposed to be, like what he does for a living, like he's not going to be like he might be smooth, but he's not necessarily like gentle or like elegant. Like he might be like kind of slick with like the ladies and stuff, like say some witty shit. But he's also like a brutal fucking like what she said. M says like a blunt instrument.
Yeah.
Like he's like a brutal person. So he's not necessarily nice. He's
I don't know.
probably a
But
dick a lot of the time.
He's also, and this is oh God, I don't want to open this can of worms, but over from the novels to the recent films, and it's nothing against Daniel Craig because I really do like
Yeah.
his interpretation of Bond, but you know, Sean Connery was a clever, you know, witty. He spoke a lot, and then compared to Daniel Craig, he has about 18 lines.
Right.
And I find that kind of disappointing because I think that they, you know, instead of all the Michael Bay explosions, you know, you could have. Part of James Bond's charm is smooth. He's witty.
Yeah.
But I will say because there would have been 3 Daniel Craig movies so far.
Three.
3? Because 4?
There've been 4.
Oh wait, because there was Skyfall and then
Casino
Spectre
Royale.
was the most recent one I haven't seen.
Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
yeah,
4.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
So did it really? Okay.
It's not the worst one, but it's the second worst one.
The worst one
Yes.
being, of course,
Quantum of
Quantum
Solace.
Solace,
is awful,
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
terrible.
awful. So I mentioned the word disappointment before because I was so elated. Remember, like I wasn't expecting much seeing Casino Royale, and I was blown away.
It's
by
amazing.
it. It's amazing. Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
And then going from that, thinking like, yeah, man, the relaunch of this whole thing is awesome. And then Quantum of Solace is a really cool title.
It is.
It's like he has such little. Well, anyway, and every moment in that movie is stupid.
Nothing happens.
That's harsh criticism. Every moment in that movie is stupid.
I'm not going to bother itemizing.
Greg
it.
Richards. April 10th, 2016.
I still remember most of it too, which is a shame. But yeah, so but yeah, in the very first one though, so I don't disagree with you if we're basing it on at least the Quantum of Solace onward, or even just on Quantum of Solace, because in Casino Royale, like the whole one of my favorite scenes is the train scene between he and Vesper, because they're the man, they're tossing the ball back and forth and just keeping up with each other, and it's so good. I saw it in the theater, and I don't know.
It's actually we're going to talk about Daredevil. It's a really Daredevil kind of takes a page out of that book whenever Matt meets Elektra the first time, and like they're kind of like going back and forth, judging each other with like only by what they look like, or what or how they sound. For in Matt's
Right.
case,
Perception of them,
yeah. It's like a really similar interaction between those two characters. But I will say though, I really like Skyfall. I think Skyfall's great.
Same.
Okay.
Especially because there's a lot of like 50-year references to
Yes.
original James Bond shit.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then at the end, he opens like that padded door into M's like the actual M office, which is fucking great. Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah.
So we got all the hateful haikus covered.
Yeah,
Cool.
we got 3 this week.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So let's briefly, we got what Shin's doing. So what Shin's doing?
Very quickly, I am watching Game of Thrones to rewatch all the way to the season premiere. And I'm trying.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I'm in season 3 right now, and I think I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. The coolest part about it is reliving the character development of certain people like Jaime Lannister. Like, you hate his fucking guts early, and then by the end, like, I know I'm gonna end up liking him because I already experienced that. And then seeing everybody like Bran, like, he's so young, and knowing like how he looks in the trailers, like how much older he is pretty fun. And like, like I got to watch like Boromir.
Yeah.
Pretend to be the main character for a while.
I mean, he was so
Yeah.
good. He was so fucking
well,
good.
yeah,
Or
of
Sean
course he's
Bean.
good.
Yeah, like
That's the whole. That's the reason why you throw the first book.
Right.
Every person who reads the first book,
Yeah.
throws it
mean-
at least one time.
Sean Bean just is such a good Ned Stark.
He's great.
It's so
How many
perfect.
episodes are they in now? Like, to
Well,
get
there's
current?
10 per season, so you got to go 50.
50?
Yeah.
Wow.
Fucking hell.
50
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah. So I like watch 1 or 2 a night,
Yeah.
Just while I'm
That's
like doing
good.
work.
It's 2 days.
So
of
yeah,
your
that's
life.
what I'm doing. Yeah, I mean it's a
joke.
lot. It's a lot, but
Yeah.
It's life energy right there. That's
I don't-
overtime, baby.
like, I do it while I'm doing work because I don't really want to pay attention to something new, like, completely.
Right.
So it's nice to just like watch it and listen to it while I'm doing shit on the computer or whatever. So
You might catch
yeah.
something you missed before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Greg, what you
Greg,
doing?
what Shin's doing?
Tonight before I got here, I was finishing up closing night running sound for a High School Musical. So it's more than lightly referenced by my haiku, and that was one thing. That was this week, and then
That explains all those chicks in the back room. I thought they looked young.
I didn't.
We had to make them leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't ask them their age. Rather not know.
I just assumed they were all seniors.
Wow.
Was it Winger that said she's only 17 but she's getting old enough for me? Yeah, that's right. That's what I thought. Infinite wisdom there. So that and
Eternal wisdom.
went all right. And see, next week I'll be in Denver visiting my brother for a couple of days, and we're going to be seeing Iron Maiden.
Stone,
Which will be cool.
Good, they're so good. Live.
Yeah, it'll be my fourth time seeing them. Actually.
Wait, what?
Yeah, no kidding. It's I first saw them. God, it was 2000.
What was the date? You know the exact date. I know you do.
You know what? I do know the day. So, it was the year 2000. It was August 11th.
Jesus Christ.
He's a master of this.
Queensryche was opening for them, and
During those times.
and Rob Halford was opening for Queensryche.
Wow.
So that
That
was
was really
Wow.
awesome, actually. Wow.
That was yeah. So
I
there
might
was
remember that too.
that
Like-
one. Then the second time it was, gosh, it was this one was amazing. This was by far the best one. It was Iron Maiden. Opening for them was Dio.
What?
Wow.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, that
Okay.
would have been awesome.
And opening for Dio was Motorhead.
Oh.
Wait,
So-
what?
Whoa, where
Tickets,
was this?
Starlake. Tickets were $55, and I was third row center.
When was
What?
This was.
Damn.
I'm shitting the bed on the dates here, but it was. I know. I'm sorry, but it's like 2003.
Wow,
I
you
wanna
That
never
say.
sounds like
fuck
the
that up.
best
I know.
show ever.
Yeah.
I still got the stuff. I
Wow.
got a review on that one.
Dio, Motorhead,
Well,
and
yeah.
Maiden.
Well, we
Yes,
we
he's about to
yeah.
tell you the best.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
you're
the-
about to tell us. Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Well, that
next
one Maiden wasn't on that one. I know what
You're,
you're
you're
talking
right.
about.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. The only yeah.
Well, yeah. The only other time that I saw Motorhead, I'll say that
Okay,
was
yeah.
the day that. So all of us before we really knew each other, I guess.
We're
I didn't
well,
know.
no, I knew you.
I knew
but
you.
We weren't there together.
Yeah, we weren't there together. So Jared, and myself were all at this concert separately. You guys weren't together.
No.
Didn't
Yeah,
know
The
that.
Metal Masters tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was Chuck was there too?
Yeah, I think so.
Chuck
Yeah.
Forsythe from our band, but and that one was
It's Testament.
Testament.
right?
Yeah.
Opening and then Motorhead.
Then Motorhead.
And then
Heaven and
Hell,
Hell.
which is Black Sabbath with Dio.
yeah.
And,
And somebody
then
else on drums.
Judas
Damn.
Priest.
And Judas Priest. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous
It
of
was
you guys.
fucking
Insane.
awesome.
Yeah.
It
I
was
Can't
so
go to
fucking
concerts.
When was that?
Flashy lights.
awesome.
That was. Shit,
Totes
man. I know. I'm
What-
letting
You were
everybody down.
killing
Like,
me, Greg. You were
roughly,
always so good on
roughly.
dates.
Roughly
Yeah.
like 04, was it?
No, way
Jeez,
after
Greg.
that.
Way after that?
No, it was
No.
Maybe 04 was
08 or something.
04 was I think the last time I saw Maiden. That's what I'm confusing that with.
Jesus, man, that's a rad show.
Yeah.
Oh, that show was awesome. That was the last time Dio ever played.
Where
there.
was that? Was
Yeah.
that at Starlake? I would still call it Starlake. No
Yeah.
matter
Oh, I
what.
don't know what it was
Actually,
called then.
Dio passed away. That's the same year, or right after that.
Dio passed away 2010.
So when it's like 2009, I think. 'Cause it was not long before that he played that show.
Wait,
I
Dio,
remember
Dio passed away. It would have been.
It was
Was
summer
it 2010?
It was summer of 2010. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna find this out. No, because like I have some distinct memories around Dio that
Yeah.
lead me to remember.
I remember
recall
he
that.
came out like he's this tall and he's like
Yeah.
Oh.
flying across the stage just like rocking out. And then, like less than a year later, he died. And I was
Yeah.
like, what was wrong with him?
Oh, he's a
Because I
little
just
angry.
saw him.
He's a little
was
angry elf
awesome.
when he comes out on stage.
Yeah,
He's
he was
just-
amazing.
This magic,
Yeah.
little creature.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it was fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Tony Iommi is bathed in blue light or purple light. Sorry.
Yeah. But the last time that I saw, the third and most recent time that I saw Iron Maiden was more than 10 years ago. It was at Ozfest. I think it was the last time I went to Ozfest, which would have been 2004, and that was they were. I think that was the same tour where Sharon Osbourne had the crowd throwing food at Iron Maiden because of something stupid in her head that makes her a bitch.
Yeah, but Greg,
Yeah.
tell everyone who's headlining Ozfest this year.
Oh, somebody told me that there are two. Apparently,
Oh, wait. There are two.
free
when
one
when
year.
Griggs somebody told him it was me,
Yeah.
and there
I
are
thought that
two
was some
horrible
insult.
bands headlining Ozfest.
What's
I
the
wanna
most
hear
horrible
this?
band? What's the most horrible
Think
band
of the
that you
two
can
worst
think of?
bands you can
Korn.
Nickelback.
think. Nickelback is one of them.
Wow. Creed.
Jason Smith wins it. It's Nickelback is Creed would be a good one, but no, Nickelback is one of them, and then the other one
Godsmack is the other.
Godsmack.
Oh my god.
Wow, that's worse.
Now the
Nickelback
only
doesn't
time that I
deserve to be
What?
on Ozfest.
the only
care if
time
it
that I
is
ever
Those
saw
are the
God,
two headlining 2016 Ozfest. See, I can't go to these concerts, but I still like to see who's headlining them, and I went, what the
That's
fuck?
disgusting.
On Godsmack and like as a live band, they're not. The show is not as awful as it should be.
I can buy that, but Nickelback.
I actually have seen Godsmack before because the one time that I ever saw Metallica, Godsmack was opening,
Yeah.
and it was for what it is, like as an opening band. Okay, it's. I didn't mind. being there.
Come on, get down with the sickness. Get up, come on,
That's
get down with
Disturbed.
this. Oh,
That's the
they're all shitty. Wait, what did Godsmack do? The-
I'm not the one who's so far away.
When the burn, 90s, 1990s, kids will like this.
Well-
In 2016, we will suck.
The problem is that like they took their name directly from an Alice in Chains song and then tried to kind of be Alice in Chains, but
Yeah.
like sort of harder, but not as good.
That's a good. Yeah, it's a good description.
Really,
It's, yeah.
that's
That was
accurate.
it.
Yeah.
Well done.
It's a lot easier to accept it like when they're opening for Metallica. If you just kind of pretend that they're like a local opener, that they're getting a shot.
Yeah,
to-
yeah. It's like, this is not a main
man,
band.
it would make me cry. Like that's the band that you most often hear blasting from like the 50-something-year-old dude who's on the Harley with the speakers, that really dumb Harley, and they got like some like fucking Godsmack on, and they're on Carson Street, just like right out in front of the comic book shop, like checking out some chicks with their like do-rag on,
And their music's
And-
playing loud.
Yeah, loud as fuck,
Loud.
like over their really
Bass,
rumbly
yeah.
pipes, and they're like just looking back. like,
It's Godsmack, and then it's Daughtry.
yeah. Fuck
Hey,
me.
all right. Dodger's music sucks,
I
but
know
the
no,
art.
The art.
He's
I
a
know.
fucking hell of an
He's
artist.
a good
man.
draw. He draws
Hell of an
well.
artist.
He's
We're
a
not gonna
good
hate
drawer.
that hard on him.
He's
on this
good at
podcast.
drawing.
You said hard on.
Hard on.
And then like somewhere in that playlist, like Butterfly Kisses come on.
So
But like that dude's so hard because he just got done listening to Godsmack and Daughtry that like it offsets the softness of Butterfly Kisses.
And then you know what
he's
comes
like,
on next? Christmas shoes.
And then Banana Phone.
Banana Phone. I love that song.
It's a good fun. It's a good song.
It's a great
Raffy's,
fucking Raffy, man.
Raffy's a genius.
Raffy is a genius. I love apples and bananas. I love opals and bananas. All right,
So to wrap up,
eep,
to wrap it up,
apples and bananas.
this was unintentional, I promise. But anyway, to wrap up what I'm doing,
Thanks a
yeah,
lot,
this week
Greg.
I was running sound for a musical. Next week I'm going to be singing Iron Maiden, which is pretty similar in no way whatsoever.
Yeah.
But
Thanks, Raffy.
in between all of that, I'm mixing some Midnight Rose sessions, which will be happening soon. Just kind of like throwing that out there. So if anyone out there listening would like to hear Jared sing some good stuff
Some
and
sweet
Jared
rock and
play
roll
some
tunes.
some licks,
Yep.
some whatever.
As well as the cover of the beats. I
We're
love
gonna
when
give you a
guys do
sample off
beats.
the tracks right now. Apples and bananas. Off of Midnight Roses.
You're lucky your microphone doesn't have a switch.
I'm trying too much again.
All right. So anyway,
So much for my plug. God.
well, so go
see Midnight Rose.
Go to Facebook. Go to Midnight Rose with Midnight with a K, mid K, night, Rose.
That would be his
And,
navel.
Yeah. And go check out our band, and we actually might be doing a live show featuring the band and the podcast all together once we can get it all squared away. So
Yeah.
We would
look
only
for
need
that
one
in the
more
future.
person.
Yeah, we've got
Right?
plenty of shows this
Like,
summer too,
to
so stay tuned
complete
for
the-
that. I won't spill them
Like,
all
it's
right now,
pretty
but stay
much-
tuned.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, Jer, what's Chin's doing?
Well, speaking of the band, we are doing Pittsburgh Marathon,
Right. Yeah. We're
which
playing.
is
Yeah.
May.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
And then
May
in the
1st.
yeah, in the email, I found out how long a marathon is. I didn't know that. I didn't know they were like they're always 26 miles.
I'm
26.2.
And that surprises
What?
me,
Yeah.
Jared.
People
because-
do that willingly.
Yeah. I'm surprised you don't know this because people who fucking run don't shut the fuck up about it.
They put stickers on their car. If you see that 13.1, that
Or
means they do half a
26.2.
marathon.
Yeah.
That means they're only
Yeah.
half a man.
Yeah. Those fucking wimps.
No other sport
horrible.
is
I
that
would do that.
ridiculous.
CrossFit.
CrossFit, man.
I got it. Don't worry.
Yeah, we got it. Sorry.
Yeah, we got it.
Greg, do you remember?
Only one other sport is that ridiculous.
It's not a real
really.
sport.
It's not a real sport.
Not a sport.
Sorry, go ahead.
Greg, do you remember the story you told me about like what a marathon comes from?
Oh yeah, so what you just said, you were surprised that people do this willingly because
Yeah.
it's
The
like
first person died.
because we man. Shit. Why don't you tell it, Jared? I don't need to be here. I'm gonna go outside for a while.
You did really fuck that one up, dude.
Sorry, I've been drinking.
Okay.
Greg, tell the story.
Well, anyway,
Jerome the surprise.
because to finish my sentence,
the
because the
punchline.
first person didn't do it willingly. It was actually, you could probably fill in details that I could use help with. So what battle was it that it was fought?
I don't
between-
remember what the battle was, but
It was like
the Battle of
Romans?
Marathon.
Okay, so it was like Romans or something. Like, tell me who
no,
it was.
it's a Greek. It's a Greek battle.
Greek. Okay,
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure it's Greek.
It is Greek, you're right.
The Greeks. I want to say it's the Athenians.
My dad would be
versus
ashamed
somebody
of me
else?
for not knowing this history, by the way.
I might be wildly speculating and just making shit up, but I know that the battle happened at Marathon, and the person who was sent to deliver the news of victory had to run back to whatever city
I think
state.
it was like Damascus or
I want-
something.
No, I think it was either Athens. It was one of the major Greek
Okay.
city-states.
Yeah.
Had to run the distance back to deliver the news as fast as possible, and the distance was supposedly 26.2 miles. And upon arriving, this guy just ran it straight through, and apparently upon arriving, he was like, "Here's the message," and just died.
Yes.
because that's way too far for a person to run.
No, dude, it's because he was a bitch. Because there are people right now running 100-mile marathons.
Ultra
Like they're doing
Eddie
ultra
Izzard.
marathons,
Well, this
ultra marathons.
Yeah, this is a regular
But
dude
why?
who didn't train for a marathon. He's
No,
like, I better start running until I can't run anymore.
He also just survived a battle.
Also, he was probably in the battle too.
Yeah.
Then he was a bitch too because
when's
he
the
didn't
last
die.
time? When's the last
Because
time?
if you're in a battle and you're alive, that means you're a bitch because you didn't die.
When's the last
You
time
didn't fight hard enough.
someone who completed a marathon had to fight a battle first?
Man, they didn't have.
There's that dude that ran
I hope
the marathon.
This is
How many? What
a
did he do?
story
He
about
did.
that.
He did 7 somethings in 7 continents. Did you guys see that?
Well, Eddie Izzard's done that. I know that.
It was something insane. I don't know.
Wim Hof. He climbed Mount Everest like 3 times in just
you-
shorts,
you
no
and-
clothes.
I'm gonna
You and your
Google this.
Wim Hof.
You guys keep talking,
That's my dude.
but he went to in 7 days. He went to 7 continents and did. He might have done a marathon.
Is this that politician that called Donald Trump a pussy? Is that's is it Gary Johnson?
They want to call Donald Trump a pussy
That's
because
exactly
he's
what I was
climbed
thinking.
Every mountain ever.
No.
No.
Anyway,
Even like really small mountains that are just like a couple hundred feet. Like he ran up them like every.
No, Gary Johnson climbed the highest peak in every continent.
Oh, the highest.
Cannot
peak.
hear him on a
we can't hear the people who don't have microphones.
Oh. So Gary Johnson climbed the highest peak in every continent. I thought he just climbed every mountain on Earth, which seems
But also
difficult.
that.
But like, can you just
What is-
imagine, like really small.
It's-
Like what constitutes a mountain? How much
7
elevation change?
It's 7
constitutes a mountain?
marathons in 7
There is a
continents
number.
in 7 days.
I'm sure. What was it?
7 marathons in 7 continents in 7 days.
Oh my God! Why would
Wow.
you do that to
How is that possible? How would you get to? I guess if you ended in South America and you went right
private
to.
jet?
Two Americans did it this year.
Is
Yeah,
there even a
from,
path
like-
clear?
And I bet they never
Cartica
neglect to
of
tell you about
Chicago
it.
and Becca Pizzi of Belmont, Massachusetts.
If you end in Argentina,
crazy.
Argentina's like super close to Antarctica.
Yeah.
So I guess yeah, that makes sense.
But I mean, are people
assuming that's what they
running
did.
marathons in Antarctica?
Yep.
There's only 7 continents and half to
Yeah.
be.
Well, yeah, unless he just like ran 26.2 miles. But yeah, I mean, I guess if he did like Antarctica to whatever Argentina or maybe Brazil, and then fucking like Santa something in California, and then just hop right on over to
you could
Japan.
start- yeah, I guess you could start
Just
in
head
Antarctica.
right over to Japan. Boom.
You know that these
Look at the split.
You know that these marathon people didn't start in Antarctica. They ended in Antarctica because they're those kind of fucking masochistic assholes. They're not gonna.
That's crazy.
They're not
Yeah.
gonna start in the hardest place.
And they have
But
a
what I'm
blog
saying is,
about
dude,
it.
like if I had like the money and time to do that, like that would be fucking nothing. It's like, you know what's really difficult? Show up for work at Burger King at 4 a.m.
Dude.
That's difficult. And I know I've said this before, but like that's the really hard shit. Running a marathon, it's like
7
it doesn't
days.
say, but it doesn't say how fast he did it. Like you know,
They
you
did
could
it.
have just done it like
says
a
he did in world record time.
fuck him.
They both did because one was a female. 7 days.
Fuck both of
7
them.
continents. Because
They're
you have
on
to travel.
drugs.
You have to travel. You run a marathon, then you travel to another
Yeah,
continent.
right.
And then you wake up the next day and you fucking run a marathon.
That's impeccable athletic
that
able
is
and
insanity.
fuck them.
They're
Yeah, I
fucking
agree with
crazy
you.
people.
But
Yeah.
best time.
All right, let's move on.
Okay. never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah. So, Jared's some marathons or something.
That's good.
Becky, what Chin's doing?
Wow. How we got there. That's amazing.
I don't know how to follow that up. Like I said before, I've been busy absorbing the blood of innocence as well as
Yes.
nuclear reaction, and both of those statements are completely true.
Yeah,
You
that's
might have the power of She-Hulk right
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that tomorrow I'm gonna wake up as a superhero, and if not, I'm gonna sue you, PMC.
That's
So-
good. Good. All right.
But hold on, Monkey has a plug that he
Oh
wants
yeah.
me to
Solid.
read.
He has a plug.
Yeah, and he texted me this long ass paragraph that he wants me. So yeah, again, yada yada, as I say every week. I'm trying to get healthy, and thank you for people who are supporting me because it's not hard. I mean, it's not.
Oh,
easy.
give a shout out to your doctor
Yeah,
who
he
listens.
likes-
Oh, my
Oh,
doctor,
yeah.
Dr. Caceres. Okay, so Dr. Caceres, if you're listening to this, which you said you subscribed, and I saw him listening to a podcast, hi,
Hey
and
man,
thanks, and
good-
you're fucking
good,
awesome.
Good to see you, or not? Whatever.
He hides in my hospital room from his residents and his interns. Yeah, I just outed your ass. Because, his interns and residents are going to be fucking listening to this. Okay, this is from Monkey. MetaMesh has announced it is manufacturing its own Wi-Fi routers that are now available at our new web store, metamesh.tech. I didn't even know that was allowed.
T-E-C.
TECH, yeah.
Okay.
These routers allow people to easily become part of a free wireless community network in Pittsburgh called PitMesh,
So it's free internet.
pretty much.
Okay.
And they are super easy to install, both indoors and outdoors. And lastly, we're a nonprofit, MetaMesh Wireless Communities. We're doing a social media push called Thunderclap. We need to get, I think, 100 people in 10 more days. So if you're interested, it doesn't cost you anything. It just sticks something on your Facebook or Twitters or whatever the fuck the other one is, Imgur.
There's probably a link for it on the MetaMesh.
There is a
Facebook,
link.
right?
If you'd like it, we'd really like to reach 100. So please contact myself or Adam Longwill, and we'll give you the link for it, and you can sign up. It's super easy, and it doesn't cost you a dime. So
I can't believe he didn't tell me about that router thing personally. I'm kind of insulted, Monkey.
right.
you had to
dick.
text me.
Yeah, I know.
So there you go. There's my MetaMesh plug. There's my health plug. Okay.
All right.
You know what I heard? People are making a lot of money off manufacturing recently.
What?
Meth. Meth. Super easy. Anybody
Dude,
can do
I heard they
it.
made a show about that.
Yeah, it's like a chemistry teacher or something. I heard
Yeah.
it sucked.
Oh, no. See, now I know where you're confused. You're thinking of Malcolm in the Middle.
I was thinking Neil deGrasse Tyson. No, isn't that what his show's about? I thought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like something about the
Cosmos.
universe and shit. Yeah.
Well,
The universe and math and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it's all crazy. Dan, what you still
What's he doing?
Meth, lots of meth, bud. I'm trying to get MetaMesh on the boat. Ain't nobody getting higher without some more meth. JK, but seriously, kind of. Actually, no. Bud, per your suggestion, I've been watching some Orphan Black.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Been reading Big Man Plans. That's
Oh,
fucked up.
we'll talk about that. Yeah, that's
Shit
awesome.
is dark.
Yeah.
Dark.
I believe Jared described it as a bummer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it bummed me out. There's one line in there that really, I stopped for a second after I read it.
Can you
I
recite
can't
the line?
remember exactly what it was.
The sentiment.
I know
Something-
exactly.
It was something about like a little kid getting.
Oh no, I know exactly what you're talking about. It's in the first issue.
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right,
I'll just read it.
I want to hear it.
Yeah, it's not.
I was like,
yeah.
I mean, because really, all the books kind of bummed me out a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
so-
one in particular though.
So this is a book that we'll talk about in the future. But it was. Let's see here. It was.
Well, and also, I'm just trying to then keep it. Trying to. Fuck, I'm drunk. I've also find it.
This is the second one. It's the wrong issue.
Oh, sorry.
They're not in order because someone didn't put it on the goddamn thing.
Bud, because I was reading them and putting them. I figured once I got back to Old Man Logan, I didn't need to flip no more.
So here's the first one.
There you go.
Yeah, see, look, it goes
There we
one's
go.
back air, and you
Well,
move,
one
you
should
move
be
forward.
first.
Before you completely bum
Oh
us
my
out.
god!
Do you know what I watched this week? Because I had a lot of free time that I hadn't watched in 20 years. Muppet Babies. Just putting it out there. You know what? It's a really good show. You can watch it as an adult, and there's
Isn't
like
that
lots
the
of
theme
adult
song?
themes. Yeah, that's right. Before Jared bums us out with this totally depressing line, I just thought I'd put that in there.
Oh well, so and I also
Dave
heard
Coulier was one of the voices.
Jared's mom and stepdad came through and said that Tiny Toons are on Netflix.
They
now.
are, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty rad.
So are Animaniacs.
Nice.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah. Or maybe there's an Animaniacs. I don't know.
Animaniacs are definitely.
Oh man.
So what's this line?
So I had to
Oh,
send
man.
up something.
So this
Drop
book,
the bomb.
This book is real as fuck.
Yeah, this
This is in one single panel. There's two little blurbs, and so the first one says, "Nothing pisses me off more than when some stupid kitten sweater wearing asshole looks down on me and says, 'God has a plan for us all.'" No, this guy is a little person who has been through a lot of shit. And the second line is, "Fuck you. Tell a kid cleaning the blood from their underwear out of fear and shame after they've been molested that it's God's plan."
Ah! Fuck yeah, man.
Take that, Lindsey Graham.
So that's what we're going to talk about that later.
Wow, that book. Oh wow.
This book is pretty intense.
Is that Eric Powell?
Yep.
Writes that?
Yep.
Yeah, he's known for
It's
that
got a
shit.
fucking point.
Yeah, it's it's real. It's rough.
And just, you know, as a sick person, I get that a lot.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fucking obnoxious.
Oh, everything's gonna be okay. Actually, maybe it's not.
Yeah, yeah. This is part of God's plan. I mean, he wanted you to have this. Really? Then God's a dick.
Yeah.
Fuck
Fuck
him.
you.
Yeah, hey, dude, tell me the thing that you've been going to therapy for the last fucking 15 years. Tell me that. What's that thing? Tell me the
happens
thing
for
that
a
you wake up
reason.
to every morning and have to fucking come to some compromise or some resolution for it before you can get moving in your day, and then tell me that everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
You know, like we all get to that point, and the least helpful thing you can hear
Yeah.
when you're at that moment where is you know what? God has a plan. God has a plan for you. It's like, man, fuck you. You know what would be better if you said, hey,
This sucks.
what you're going through is awful,
Yeah.
and nobody should have to endure it, and it's unfortunate that we do, and unfortunately, you're one of them. But you know what? Here's a fucking hug, buddy.
Yeah,
Like,
and I
that's
hope-
what you need.
locked
I
that
hope that you're
down.
gonna do better tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah. And if you're not, give
That's
me a
pretty
holler.
accurate.
And here's a fucking slice of pizza.
Yeah.
Like,
that's
or here's
even
a
better.
hug, or
Yeah.
a
Or better
cupcake.
yet, sneak me in coffee.
Right.
Who's allowed to drink fucking coffee for a week and suck donkey dick?
Had I known, I would have been in there.
But no, I just
You gotta
like,
send those out in the group text.
I will.
So we have this group text thing going on, and Becky keeps us informed of her goings on
I bitched you
when
guys. I'm
she's
really
when she's
sorry.
hospitalized, and sometimes she's high and they're great. and
We should,
so
we should have a segment on that.
Becky's high text.
Yeah. I'm going to nominate
The one
that
of-
right now.
the best one I think I sent out was Man of the House. The Man of the House one was good. Can I read the Man of the House one?
Yeah, if you find it.
No, I have it. I said it. I know exactly what. So I sent this because I was really, really angry because basically I had to get an infusion because the doctor fucked up. It happens. This was the text I sent out.
Thanks, bud.
Undelauded.
No problem.
There's a 1995 movie called Man of the House. It has Jonathan Taylor Thomas, Chevy Chase, Farrah Fawcett, and Norm from Cheers, among others. There's a great scene where JTT describes a rather grotesque way of killing people using wet rawhide and dehydration. People are like really freaking out about that. That is seriously how I plan on killing most of this medical staff. So that was my deep thought.
It's a good thing you're not a guy and have a beard,
Right.
It's true. I'm
because
very.
you'd be on a list.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Nurses come in and doctors like, oh, so cute.
If the words "kill a medical staff" appeared up front, coming from my phone at any point,
But
there'd be flashing lights outside.
but Jared, I balanced it out with Jonathan Taylor Thomas and Norm from Cheers.
That's true.
But if I came in there and bedazzled your head, you'd be in big trouble.
yeah.
This gets me curious about something unrelated, but I didn't think that Jonathan Taylor Thomas was ever said anything that didn't relate to like the teen like idol image
You
thing.
need to see that movie. It's actually not a bad '90s
Yeah?
movie,
All
but
right.
like
I haven't seen it in a while.
It's one. Remember we were discussing the last podcast where we, in the middle of an '80s movie, there's just something that kind of isn't right.
Yeah.
That is the moment in Man of the House. He tells the group how he would plan on killing people, and it's really crazy and grotesque, and you're just like, what the fuck just happened? And then Chevy Chase says something funny to break the moment.
Kind of like the part in Major Payne when he tells that kid that story.
Yeah.
You're like, what the hell was that?
The
Yeah.
Vietnam
was
story.
so-
It's horrifying.
I was so out of place in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird.
The rest of the movie is really funny. Oh man,
Yeah.
it's just and the rest of it's like I don't remember the rest of it, but it's
Well, he
terrible.
threatens to break the finger to take the mind off the pain.
Is
he
that,
does
is
that
that
if
in
he-
that
yeah.
part? Okay. Yeah.
Do you guys know there's a 2005 remake
Of Major Payne.
of Man of the House?
What? Oh no.
Wait.
There's another Man of the House that was released in 2005.
This has to be
If
different.
it doesn't have Jonathan Taylor Thomas, then I don't
No,
give
but
a
it's
shit.
got Tommy Lee Jones.
What?
I
Oh,
just wanted to go.
that's the one where he's like managing like the cheerleader sorority
Yeah,
or
that's
whatever.
different. Yeah, that's a different.
That makes
yeah.
me sad because I like
Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones.
I just wanted to look up some
How did he
pictures
get into
here
that
to,
role?
to refresh my
Just
memory of.
Google JTT Man of the House. and
the-
No, I mean I got to the 95 version.
Yeah.
The best picture of Tommy Lee Jones ever is the one of him from No Country from Old Men, just looking over the top of the newspaper with his glasses on, just
Yeah, they
like
made that
you're like
into a
you're an
meme.
idiot. Like,
Yeah.
look at the other person like I can't believe you just fucking said that. I'm not even gonna respond to that. That was so stupid.
Yeah.
It's an amazing like that's a meme that doesn't require text. You just post that picture, and the other person knows exactly what they did.
Oh, one last thing that I found out this week: there are 4 different Law and Orders. Did you guys know that?
Yep.
There's 4, and they're on all the time.
You had a
used to
terrible
be-
week.
I did have a really.
I waited until you said Law and Order before I had to
sorry.
just admit that.
There,
But-
there used to be more.
That actually, I
They
was
canceled some of them.
Well, trial by jury was the one I didn't know about. But
Wait, there's one called
unless
Law and
Ice-T's
Order
in it, I
Trial
don't
by
care.
Jury?
Yeah,
Well, the
Law and
regular one's
Order-
over now, right?
the
There
regular
is
one's
no more
over.
regular Law and Order.
The only one that's still on, I think, is
SVU.
SVU.
Yeah.
It's the only one that counts.
So SVU, original SVU,
criminal
trial.
trial by
intent?
jury and criminal intent. That's the one
Yeah.
with Vincent D'Onofrio in it.
Yep,
I thought
I
there was
knew
a fifth
criminal
one.
intent.
There's a fifth one. I think.
Kingpin.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure there's a
that's where
fifth.
Fisk goes on his little rants and stuff.
Yeah. I thought there was a fifth one.
But yeah, I watched way more
There's
Law
like
and
a
Order
California
SVU this
one or
morning.
something. I thought.
Oh God.
I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't know that there were more than 3.
At this point, I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. So let's just move on. So we were going to talk about the Walking Dead season finale.
I think Greg's gonna have to vacate the area.
Well, actually, there are really no spoilers. We can not talk about the episode before that. We can just talk about the finale because there are literally no spoilers. In this
I want to
finale.
talk. Just I don't want to
I'm
ruin
missing-
anything. for
Man, you know,
Well,
This honestly, this doesn't really matter that much. Like,
I think it does.
do you think it does?
Yeah.
I could play it safe.
It's up to you. I don't think it matters.
I know.
that
I
much.
personally wouldn't want to hear a single word of this
The,
if I hadn't seen it.
play it safe.
I'll go.
Yeah.
all right.
safe.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll go.
Okay,
I'll
great.
go.
Yeah, if you haven't read, if you haven't read the book,
He hasn't. He has
yeah,
no idea
play-
what's happening.
Play it safe.
All
What's
right.
coming.
All right,
Yeah,
that's
no.
I'll go outside on Carson Street and like cow tipping, but with like
Greg's gonna go make out with some drunk chicks again.
That's never happened before.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
You all pretend like you didn't do that. Shut up, everyone.
I watched that shit. I had nothing to do with that.
You nothing to do. Shut up. Hang on a second. I walked outside, and what did I see? Forget that. All right. Start talking about. Don't rewrite history.
So, let's wait till
Wait till
This is
it's
fucking hilarious.
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
Wait.
I think everybody
Okay.
was expecting a death,
Yep.
correct?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they-
you know,
they advertised
it's
it
been
that
well
way.
speculated, and it is in the source material that was written like 3 or 4 years ago
Yeah.
that someone would die.
Yeah.
So before we get into this, I just want to explain what I went through when I watched it. So I was watching it. It was DVR'd, and the DVR was set to an hour and a half, which was the length of the show. And I'm watching it, getting into it. It was a really good episode. You know, like
It's a slow burn though.
it's a slow burn,
real
but it's
slow
like
burn.
like
Yeah.
a oh fuck, you're fucked slow burn.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like after the first like roadblock, you were like, oh boy. And it just kept like snowballing out of control, and Rick's face was like this sweaty mess. His hair was like greasy, you know, like dripping, like, and he had this look that you really had never seen on him. Like like he did a good job.
Oh, Andrew Lincoln is amazing.
He
in this
was
episode.
so good.
His the subtle things. He's
Exactly.
Doing
Like he was so confused the whole episode, and he was lying to Maggie, you know, and everything. Like,
yeah.
And so it gets to the end, and it's the eeny, meeny, miny, mo part, and I'm just like, I'm engrossed at that point
Oh,
because
yeah.
like I'm so excited. It's Negan, and he's so good to kick it
Yeah, he's
off.
great.
He's fantastic.
The DVR stops after eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and I was like, fuck! Oh my god! Because I was so tense. So, like, that's a huge emotional like letdown,
Yeah.
and I have to scramble. And thank God it was on Rainer like then. So I like fast forward to the point, and I get to the eating me MO point, and then I go through it all, and then the end happened.
Didn't matter.
And again, I was like, fuck! Did I just experience that emotion twice for no reason? Like, that was the worst emotional roller coaster I've ever experienced in a television show. Like,
You know-
because I inadvertently went through it once, and then I experienced what everybody else experienced after that. Like, it was terrible.
See, I was behind, so I was like 3 episodes behind. So I watched the last 3 in a row, and
Plowed through.
Yeah, I got through because the third to last one, I think is more devastating than the second to last,
What
or
happens-
any of them.
What happens in that one?
It's the one with one of the characters gets the
Oh yeah, the doctor.
that yeah.
Yeah, that sucked.
What's the one? Jesus Christ.
But there's too much.
Yeah, that was terrible,
We can't
because-
have stuff
because
higher
she-
than 4 inches on this table.
I liked her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
did.
She got it dirty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was horrible. And it was that girl, or was that dude that Daryl fucking should have killed a long time ago.
Yeah. Anyway, those 2 leading up to the final
They
episode.
were real bad, especially the one right before the
They
finale.
both
I
made
thought-
me really mad because it's a bunch of characters
Yeah.
who should know way better than to act the way that they did. Like they,
I'll square up with you.
yeah. For now, yeah, sure. Go ahead, sit down, Trevor. Have a seat. So
Peanut Gallery coming in.
yeah, so we got Trevor sitting in here for a second. Yeah, those episodes leading up to the finale, I thought were not as good as a lot of the episodes beforehand because it's characters like Daryl and ones who people who should know fucking better than to like, oh, I'm gonna just go off by myself into the woods and I'm gonna take the doctor with me. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like,
Yeah.
you survived for 5 or 6 seasons up until this point, not doing stupid shit like that. And they're like,
That was-
oh, I'm gonna let my emotions get the best of me. Like, you don't have emotions left. You've survived the zombie apocalypse for like 2 years. You don't have emotions anymore.
But
you just
there-
fucking survived.
Daryl has gone off and done his own thing and done stupid shit like
Yeah,
this
but
before, though.
but he used to do shit like that. But then, like, somewhere around like season 4, he was like, you know what? I'm done doing shit like that because my brother's gone and like I'm cool. And
But-
he's like Rick's right hand, like loyal, like he's the right hand of Rick.
Dwight got in his head.
He did. And Daryl is the kind of person like if someone gets in it, like is able to get in his head, he's gonna like, you know,
Right, because his brother was in his head.
Yeah.
But I still agree with you that he should not have took the doctor,
no,
the only doctor in the camp,
yeah,
with him. Like,
Yeah.
and it was very irresponsible, and they didn't talk to Rick about it. Like, it was just dumb. Like, why would you do that?
the doctor should never leave the compound.
No,
Like,
never.
that's just not.
That's
That's
the
just
most
really
important person.
ridiculous. Like
He
I
was
don't
the
care
most
what
important person.
I don't care what kind of self reassurance she needs. Like, sorry, I understand that you have maybe you feel
You want to get out.
you want to get out, whatever.
little-
You shouldn't have
cooped
signed up
up.
to be the fucking doctor then.
Right.
Like you're the most important person in the goddamn in the whole fucking compound. So
I had that problem with it.
that's ridiculous.
But and what Trevor said, Daryl has done irresponsible things
Hmm.
many times throughout the show. So and I am not surprised that Dwight is in his head,
yeah.
100%.
Well, I still think at like a responsibility aspect, the Hilltop community should have just been inhaled into Alexandria.
Right.
Which that would have made the most sense of what was going on, but
Well, that's
you still have to make an edginess to the show.
yeah
Yeah,
Well,
and
that's
you need-
a plot point of the book. There's actually a third like what are we gonna call them, cities?
Community. Yeah.
Community. Yeah,
City
there's
state.
a third city community that they actually tease
Yeah.
the dudes with the spears.
Oh right.
Yeah, they're
On the horses.
yeah, they are. I forget what it's called, but the dude that runs the place has a tiger,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
and I don't know if they're gonna do it, but I hope they do
I
it.
mean, that doesn't make any sense, but
That's
that's
what
awesome.
everybody's talking about. Yeah.
Mike
How that would
Tyson.
work?
The tiger dude.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
that
Mike Tyson.
motherfucker is Mike
Dude, it's the
Tyson.
coolest thing. He's got
Yeah.
a fucking awesome tiger.
Imagine
Yeah.
a zombie tiger. Fuck that. I don't want to be Walking Dead Bangladesh, whatever,
Yeah.
like northern India, like Walking Dead, like northern Southeast Asia, walking through those fucking jungles, man. Like, yeah, that fucking tiger died. All of a sudden, like, even a slow tiger is a fast tiger. Like, I'm not even fucking around.
A slow ass old fat tiger is faster than you are.
Yeah, yeah.
They'll do it. I don't know how they'll do it because that has to be CGI. So I think they're gonna have to leave it out because there's been zero CGI in the
Well,
show.
no, this is the only work that tiger that tried to kill Roy could get.
Oh shit! I thought you were talking about yeah. He's like, man, come on, you can dye me orange. I don't give a fuck. Just
and now that you said Mike Tyson, I assume that the tiger has Mike Tyson's voice. Like, come on, man, I just need some work.
you can dye me orange. I'm your friend. I will not harm
I
you.
will not eat your children. I just want to get work on a TV show. I used to be very
I'm a
famous.
starving artist.
That thing with Roy was an accident and a misunderstanding.
I got
And
no
he lived, so
screenplay.
I was not charged.
They had no room for me on Ip-Man 5.
Is he on that?
Yeah, we talked about that. He's
Mike Tyson as Mike Tyson.
in Ip Man. Is it 3?
It's like
Three? Yeah,
Is it
yeah,
3? I
that's
thought it was 4.
I think it's 3. Yeah.
Well, what do you guys think when you watch the finale? Were you fucking pissed off? Like half the world is.
Well,
Angry as fuck
I think
right
what I was
now.
trying to say was that as I watched it, since I had watched the first 2, I was still annoyed from those first 2 episodes. So I'm like, everything that's happening up until now, I'm just like still angry at the decisions that everybody made to get them in this
to get there.
situation.
Yeah.
The doctor dying is the whole catalyst for the whole thing. 'Cause, like, if she hadn't died, they wouldn't have had to
They
leave
don't
the
run
fucking
off.
yeah. So like that I was still angry from that, and then I'm just like, fuck all this. Like, this is just all nonsense now. Fuck that. Like,
Honestly, I
Even
haven't
like-
watched a single fucking episode from the new season because every season has ended with this feeling of like, oh, come on, man, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like nobody's doing the thing that people I feel like would do intuitively. Like somebody would come to the conclusion that like, okay, we have to do this thing in order to secure this thing. And sure, like it wouldn't make for a fucking super exciting television show. But you know what it would make for an exciting thing? Like realistic, like, okay, we made these tough decisions. Here we are. Now here's the next thing. So it would force the writers to sit down and be like, okay, so they secured their space. Here it is, but like they're still in a world that like a society that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
They're here. What would be the next logical problem that would occur?
we have to force them out of their comfort zone again.
Or- yeah,
We
yeah,
have
and
to
it's
do
like-
something that forces them out.
but forces them out in a way that would make sense as opposed to let's make everyone make the wrong decision. And as a result of that, it's going to cause this thing that's going to be very dramatic. This very dramatic push from where they are, as opposed to like organic. It would be really exciting to have seen them be at the prison and be like, you know, we got this prison secure, and what happened? Well, like we have some infrastructure issues, and there's like some zombies in the basement, and a couple people get sick. There's like some shit surrounding that. We have to go out and do these things, but instead it's like, oh, here comes the governor. Yeah, we could have killed him. Why didn't we kill him? Oh, we just like knocked his eye out. Oh, he's got a tank.
It's like we could have, while he was laying there, we could have just killed him because we have killed a lot of other people.
Yeah.
But we decided not to kill him.
Yeah,
So this is like all retribution from us just not killing that one dude.
Right. Because
make any
because of
fucking
all
sense.
of us who have killed multiple people even before the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
When killing people it was a lot more acceptable or a lot more reasonable. Like now here we are. We're not killing people.
Yeah. Also,
And
but the one thing that as the most unreasonable thing that, and we talked about this the other day, was that okay, so Negan has all these dudes. He's like a humongous army full of dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But somehow, what's her name, the leader of Alexandria, never mentioned him at all. Like they had not. That wasn't a like. That had nothing to do with like he was somehow hanging out, like right pretty much right next to them with like this massive army full of dudes, and he never came in contact with it in any way. That's completely ridiculous.
No, he did. Well, the Hilltop did.
The Hilltop did.
Yeah,
I'm saying in Alexandria. Alexandria's
yeah.
not that far
No,
away.
you're right.
If he has this like extensive network of like, because in this last episode he had a lot of resources. Like
Well,
they
yeah,
had
I mean-
they had the means to keep watch on like every single path that they could have taken.
Right.
Well, in the show, they talk about every other group talks about how they know about Alexandria,
Yeah.
and I'm not familiar enough with the comic book to know if they bring that up or not.
No.
But everyone else kind of says like they know about Alexandria, but for
Why-
whatever
why
reason,
would Negan not
Alexandria
have-
doesn't bring that back and say that they know about
But why would Negan?
everything else.
Why would Negan not have had to deal with them?
Possibly
like, that doesn't make any sense.
Because the big giant horde of zombies that was the beginning of the season, maybe that was in between them. Maybe.
Yeah, they do say
They
say
did lead them
something about
away,
that.
but I don't think that's made clear enough.
No,
if that's the
it's
reason,
kinda like
that's
brought
not
up like
good.
they know that Alexandria is there, but they never dicked with it for whatever reason.
I mean, that would make sense if that's the reason why they didn't ever come in contact with each other. But like, if that is the reason, that's not they didn't make it clear enough. That's not because that's a huge plot hole. Like, they represent Negan as being like this. He knows everything's going on. Like,
Yeah.
he's so far-reaching. So many dudes.
And that was pretty. That created a very tense episode.
Yeah, it was a great
He
episode.
knew like everything.
But once you start thinking about it, it's like, well,
Right,
wait.
when you
So
start
they've
thinking
been
about
they've been doing all this shit like right under his nose, and he hasn't fucked with them yet. Like, why? Just at the end of it, is he fucking with them? Like
Well,
they didn't move.
because they didn't fuck with him. until they started killing.
Until
No,
they
no,
killed
but
everybody.
but that's not.
He
He's
said
not the
was
kind of.
uncool.
He's not. No, he's not the kind of dude who's like, oh, they're not fucking with me, so I'm not gonna fuck with them. He's like, no, they have stuff and I want it.
Yeah,
Like, that's- that's the kinda
right,
guy
but
he
maybe
is.
he was like, like waiting to the right time. I mean, like I don't want to think too far into it
Why not? That's what
But-
what you have to do.
because he was already on top of his game. Like it's like, oh well,
If
I'll get to that tomorrow. Oh well, you know what? I didn't really get to it today. I'll get to it tomorrow. Like I kind of think of it like that. Like he's so like in control of every situation that's around him that he doesn't need to address it immediately. But when they started to kill his people, and he referenced that, he was like, "That's not cool." He got involved, and we saw him. Because he didn't get involved right away. Because we saw the saviors, leading up to that point, but we never saw him. And they even said like, yeah, we're all Negan. But then
Yeah.
finally at the very end, he's like, it's kind of like I have to get involved at this point. Like, yeah, you push the boundaries too far.
Yeah,
Now I want what you have.
maybe, but
And-
Alexander seemed like they have such a solid kind of foundation and because they have more weapons than.
Well, that's true, but it's not made clear that the wolves that were there early weren't his. Like we don't know that. Maybe
yeah,
they
I'm
were-
not really
maybe they
clear
were
on what
his.
that was.
Yeah,
at
like-
Pretty
all.
sure they were just a small group and it's done.
Really?
Maybe,
Yeah.
or
Okay.
maybe they were like more of his minions. I don't know, but like
Yeah.
maybe he was aware of it and he was testing it out, or maybe like he was discovering Alexandria the same time Rick was getting there. Like we still don't know that.
That's I guess it's possible, but it just seems like having such a humongous network of things that's going on. Like
He does have a great network of
he's really plugged into that local kind of, and there's only so much time for it to have happened. They've only been what is it, 2 years into the apocalypse?
Yeah, so maybe
like
it was-
that takes a long time to amass that many dudes.
Well,
He's been
maybe
doing this
he
from the
was
beginning.
Maybe he was doing that while Rick was getting Alexandria together. Like maybe it was like going on at the same time, and they just kind of like reached their pinnacle of power.
Well, Rick's
at the
Rick's
same
only
time.
been in Alexandria for like some months, right?
But he took control of it very quickly.
yeah,
And maybe Negan had been amassing everything, and finally he got everything together, and he was branching out, and then Rick was, hey, I'm in control of Alexandria, and then boom, they butt heads.
maybe. It just Negan seems so incredibly organized.
He is. He
Like,
is.
really, and also his people are so incredibly loyal, and they all say that they are Negan. Like that's like a cult.
It is,
And there's a lot of
and
them.
I'm sure that based on what has been written, we're gonna see that the next season, like why people like him so much, and,
I'd like to see
and
that.
how he runs
Yeah, they
his
need to
fucking
do that.
shit.
For
Yeah.
sure.
When you look at the book, I mean, Negan has been around for a long time.
Yeah,
The introduction where we're at, like now, in comparison to the book, is like leaps and bounds
yeah.
for how long Negan's been around. So I think that they're going to get really, really in depth about who Negan is and what his
How?
whole story is. Like this
Yeah.
whole season, like he's not going to be one of those characters that's around for 5 episodes and then gets killed.
Right,
He's going to be around for a while.
right.
Isn't he still alive in the books?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
that says
because
a
he
lot.
got
Yeah.
he got introduced in, like I said, I think it's book 100, and they're up to 150 something right now.
Okay,
So,
that's a lot.
I mean, he's been around for a long fucking time.
Okay.
The thing that I want to know though is, with everyone arguing about who got, was it Lucille?
The bat.
Yeah, who took
Oh,
Lucille?
right,
Bat.
right. Yeah. That's
That's the
who
argument I
we
want to have.
who we
is-
think is has been taken care of.
That's why
Yeah.
it didn't bum me out, like them not showing who it was, because now we can all wildly speculate
Right.
about who it actually was. Yeah.
We have a
Thing we
long
do
time to
best,
do it.
Jer.
Yeah, dude.
We have a long time to
I have a
speculate.
theory.
Well, we're the best at what we do, and what we do is wildly speculating.
That's right. That is our thing.
I
Who do you think it was?
okay, because for me there's two perspectives. There's there's the one that's good for the show, and there's the one that's that'll make everyone go so ape shit.
It'll blow
that,
your goddamn mind.
That you have to keep watching the show because you're like, I don't know how you could recover from this.
Mm-hmm.
The only the one that makes me think it's going to be like the one that's safe for the show is because they didn't show it at the end of the series. Like, if it had been someone who was going to be like super important, they would have showed that shit and like let you think about it until next season. Like if it was
That's
Rick.
the Walking Dead thing to do, though.
No,
They want you to be hanging on a cliff the whole time.
right. But I'm saying like they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna introduce the next. Maybe they will. Maybe they'll have the balls to like start the next season off with like, hey, Negan just killed Rick.
No way.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I
Like,
know what you mean.
Or like a really like, or maybe he killed Maggie and like just murdered her and a baby in one stroke, and you're like,
that's
oh
what
my
I
god, I can't believe they just did this. I have to watch the whole rest of this season.
Yeah, that
Like that would be pretty intense.
that'd
I
be
think
heavy
if
shit.
If you're
Abraham.
sticking to the book, spoiler alert, Glenn.
Right.
But I don't know if it's like the TV series is so attached to Glenn, and they
are.
they always with the Glenn dying a couple weeks ago.
Well, I
and then brought
think
it back.
I think like people we
that
we
Glenn
can
didn't
probably
die,
we can probably eliminate some people. Like it's not okay. It's not Rick.
No, it's definitely not Rick.
Not
not
Rick.
Rick.
It's not Carl.
Yeah.
It's not Carl. It's probably not Daryl because they can do whatever they want with Daryl.
Yeah,
because he's not in the book.
real.
And also they kind of did the same thing. Like you weren't sure if what's his name killed Daryl in the like 2 episodes before that
Yeah,
because they shot him in like the blood
Yeah.
spray. So like
which they
you
still
can't-
haven't addressed what the hell even happened there.
he shot him in the shoulder, I guess. Like if you watch it again, you see it's like it's just like he shot him in his shoulder. I think
That's a weird place to shoot
it's real
someone.
stupid. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I was just like, why the shoulder?
Yeah.
Shoot you in the shoulder. Like,
Yeah. Anyway, so it's not. I don't think it's any of those three. It's not Rick, not Carl, not Daryl.
Abraham.
I don't think they have the balls to kill Maggie. Like she's pregnant. Pretty sure that's
See,
not.
No, 'cause
That's where I'm at. Is if you end up killing Glenn in the show, everyone in the show is so attached. Well, everyone that watches the show is so attached to Glenn.
Yeah.
That's going to cause an uproar, and there's going to be a lot of shit that goes along with that.
Yeah.
Maggie would be an awesome character to kill off because it would just be super heartbreaking, super shitty, and would also cause an uproar with the group that's still there.
Right. And it would make Glenn into a completely different
Yeah,
character.
Glenn would be a lunatic. Rick would come out as a lunatic. Carl would probably come off
he's
with
already a
psycho,
lunatic.
Cyclops
well,
bullshit.
Well, that's what Negan even says. He's like,
Yeah.
well, it's like serial killer Junior here, or whatever he calls him.
His
He's like,
speech at the end is amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his speech
That's
at the
great.
end. What
so
does he
good.
say? Where he says something about taking out Junior's other eye, and
Yeah.
future
Supposedly-
serial killer.
There's gonna be an uncensored version of that speech where he gives the real speech with all
Yeah.
the swear words and stuff,
Damn.
and that's gonna be released. That would be great.
That'd be
yeah, that would be awesome.
Who else? There's a bunch of
I
characters
don't-
like it doesn't matter if they kill. Like
I think it's Eugene.
Yeah, that's what I think they're gonna do with
Who?
the show is actually just take out Eugene, because the last couple episodes he's come off as like actually being a responsible pimp ass motherfucker,
you know,
holding his shit down,
I don't.
It would be terrible.
and people aren't too attached to him in the show. Like
about
everybody
him-
wanted Eugene to be killed off like so long ago. In the last couple episodes, he's come off as being like a legitimate hard ass.
But they
And
need,
earlier in the episode, he kind of just came out and said, like, I'm going to sacrifice myself. I'm going to drive this RV around.
yeah.
I'm going to prove my worth.
No, but I think that because we haven't had that much time to be really because the whole time Eugene's kind of been annoying, and like at the last episode you're like, okay, I have respect for Eugene, but like with the gap of a whole season in between that, I don't think they would do that because like by the time you get to the next season, you're gonna
Eugene
forget
who-
a little bit about like you're like, oh, it's Eugene, he's like kind of a bitch.
Yeah,
You
but-
might forget about that. Like the emotional weight is not behind Eugene. It's
Exactly.
it's gonna
so
be
that's
behind.
why in the TV show, it's very easy to get rid of him.
Right, I'm saying.
Like,
but,
recently,
yeah.
he's come out and said, like, hey, I'm coming up with this bullet factory.
Right. That's
I'm
true.
gonna
He did
sacrifice
that.
myself to drive the RV around so you guys can get Maggie out of here. Like, you're attached to him enough where you're like, okay, he's not the worst character that they have.
Yeah.
So you're attached to him enough that, like, if he gets killed off, you're like, oh, shit, that sucks. But
I
Yeah.
don't know if that's enough of an attachment though to like create that.
it's not going to cause the uproar like Glenn died. Everybody's going to stop watching the show.
I don't think it'll be Glenn. I don't think. What about Abraham though? They've been like
Abraham's
teasing,
another
like,
one, yeah.
Like he's very free. Like he doesn't really give a shit about death. Like he's been they've been showing him to be that way until he like started to fall in love with what's her face. So like they kill him, like it would kind of be a little bit tragic because he was starting to find a little bit of a relationship, but he really didn't give a shit about life. So like, and maybe you have that emotional feeling, but then you get over it.
See, like, Abraham's been a badass here and there, but I thought the same thing. Like, if they killed him off right here, the last 2 episodes, he kind of came out and was, asking all the questions about, bringing life into the new world and
Right.
Which I
all
think
that shit. So, like, actually making him, like, I have a conscience.
Right.
Now that I'm thinking,
You feel
more
something.
more about that, because we've kind of developed that with him, it would actually be a really effective to kill off Sasha.
Yeah.
I
And
think
no one
that'd
would
be-
really give a
And
fuck.
no. I'm not in the context of like who you killed, but like how it affects him.
Yeah.
If you wanted to make Abraham into like a fucking like
Well, he would be a
Yeah.
rage monster.
rage
Insane,
monster,
yeah.
then it would make sense to kill her because then it would motivate him to be like
He
to
would
set
be
some shit off.
Uncontrollable.
Yeah.
But
Maniac.
I think you could say the same, like, with Sasha getting killed off, with Eugene. Either way, you're going to get Abraham
Abraham
losing-
would still be pissed. Yeah,
You're
that's
going to get
true.
Abraham losing his fucking mind.
Yeah.
But then there's a lot of the other characters
Maggie,
where you're going to
obviously,
get...
Glenn would be a rage monster.
Yeah, Glenn would freak out. Or if Glenn gets
Michonne,
killed,
Yeah.
Rick
everybody's
Rick
gonna
would
lose their
just.
shit.
Oh yeah, if he's Michonne, Rick.
I just want to see Psycho Rick back. So, like, fucking kill off Carl. Like, as much
No,
as
no,
that
no, no, no.
can't be a thing.
I need to see Carl with like one eye and like a sweet eye patch.
Yeah.
And you need to see him.
I can't.
And you need
You can't kill Carl for that.
Yeah.
Because the next step is Carl goes with Negan after this, and he lives with him for a while, and you see more of Negan, like the way Kirkman does it, like you understand Negan through Carl's perspective because he's interacting with him, like. So I don't, like we need Carl for that. As much as I hate Coral, Carl, he has to live. So we see Negan's like, because Negan's like a big child almost, like to a certain degree, and we need to see him interact with young Carl.
Anytime I meet someone named Carl, I do that.
Coral.
And they're probably really annoyed with me.
Oh, absolutely.
See, I kind of wanted to be Maggie just because.
Because I'm tired of that.
Well, and that would be like what should have happened with Judith and
Yeah,
Rick's
Judith is
wife.
still
Like,
alive. Judith
yeah,
is
like,
not. Judith got killed a long time
like
ago.
that's what happened a long time ago, but the show didn't have the balls to do it.
Yeah. So kill
like, Judith
kill
has
off a
been
baby in the
pointless.
womb instead of baby in the arms.
Yeah.
That
and
works.
have Rick lose his fucking mind, come back to insane, crazy Rick.
Right.
Well,
Because that's the best fucking character they've ever had.
That could be it, yeah.
Here-
Maybe
Rick taking out people's eyes with his thumbs, cutting throats. That's the Rick we want.
it was a mistake not doing that because Judith is a pointless character.
Yeah.
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 It's AMC. They just couldn't do it.
Yeah,
I mean,
couldn't
unless
do
they
it.
plan on this show
Couldn't
going
do
on
it.
for 20
Yeah.
years, Judith is fucking pointless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As horrendous as it is to say, but yeah, pointless.
Kill babies.
I think we can.
Did we like Negan?
I
Jeffrey
like them.
Morgan?
Oh, he's fantastic.
yeah.
I think he's great.
Yeah.
See,
Shit.
I expected him to be more
Shit,
jacked
yeah,
up. I've
that's
brought
it.
that up before.
Shit.
I thought he would be like more muscular.
Well, yeah, that
But-
was weird. Like he was oddly skinny.
Yeah.
He was. But then you think about it, like
I mean, I think
well,
he's
they don't
he's
have a lot
50.
of food then, so how can you be jacked?
Yeah,
if you're
just
in that situation?
compared to the comic book, like he was like
He
looked like
was.
fucking WWF Diesel. Like
Yeah, yeah, he did. And then the show, like, that's the first thing I thought, like, oh, you're skinny.
Yeah.
yeah,
well,
but his attitude,
Oh my.
he was great.
he's charismatic and
His
fucking tough as shit.
His
I loved it.
smile was devilish.
Yeah.
He's the comedian.
Man,
He
yeah,
is.
oh my god.
Yeah.
He was scary. He was like scary. Like you watch it, that smile, you're like, oh my god, he would fucking totally hit me with that bat. Oh shit.
He's not joking around with that shit.
He sold it. If he's gonna be a fixture for a long time, which he should be, like, it's gonna make the show that much better.
Here's why
Yeah.
this is stupid kind of, but like I hope that he is a fixture on that show because he kind of went to movies and like came back to TV, and that's like not the I don't know. doesn't imply that he's going to continue to be in like movies, but because he's back to TV, I would love to see him return to Supernatural as John Winchester.
You love that. You love it. You love Supernatural.
I do love
What are they,
Supernatural.
12 seasons now?
It's 10. 11. It's 11.
How much
But
more
that
can they go?
inspired the car that Yin still need to finish.
Oh, that's true. That is
How
true.
much more?
Oh,
How
yeah.
many more seasons can they go?
I don't know. I mean, they're probably gonna reveal who. I assume they're gonna reveal who God is. It's in this season. I would assume it's got to be fucking Chuck. Anyway,
Hey, anyway.
he Negan was good. Daredevil.
DD. Season 2.
The old Daredevil.
Hold on,
Holy
we need to call Becky and Greg.
fuck.
Oh yeah,
Where the
right.
fuck did they go?
Where were they?
They,
Becky and Greg, Yin's come out of that back room right now.
Are they in the isolation booth?
Quit tonguing back there and get your butts out of here.
Did they go hide because they haven't seen Walking Dead?
yeah, they.
because I don't give a shit about the
You don't even like it.
Damn.
Yin's was tonguing back there, and I know it.
It's the only thing about this network I can talk about.
It's great for Bree. Wait.
Special thanks to Trevor for sitting in on that one.
Thank you,
Greg
Trevor.
back in.
Greg didn't tagged in.
Touch his little
Alright.
bum on the way in. Give him a good smack.
So we had now we got that Daredevil.
The
Bud.
Holy shit.
Oh, Bud, you're holding a beer. Look, Yins can't do that. Yins either want to.
Don't pretend like I don't feel good.
Yeah, it do. But first, he grabbed my nipple.
Oh well, that's all personal.
Yins know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I know how you feel about it.
Yins go grabbing me, I'm gonna punch you right in the jib. I told Yins once. That's all the Yins are grown men. Ain't no need running around grabbing men's nipples unless you want punched in the jib.
Or unless you want, something else.
Unless you and Yins want something else. But I think everybody's familiar in here. I
What?
prefer that. Hey, Bud, we're doing a podcast in here. Hey, no way, Jose!
That was my fault.
Nice job, Greg.
Lock the door.
Yins don't lock the door. We got
Thanks
the
a
record
lot,
of Hesperus
Obama.
coming in here.
Some goon just came in.
Some goons, some
The
panhandlers.
audacity of some jagoffs out
It's
there
after
tonight.
2 o'clock in the South Side.
sees
There's
the
some
light on. He's
treasures
like, "Oh,
walking
there's
up and down
something."
East Carson.
Hi, Daredevil.
Did somebody here say Daredevil?
All right.
I like Daredevil.
Holy
Oh.
shit.
The
That
best superhero show on.
Honest.
Oh, absolutely.
yes,
absolutely.
hands
was
down.
fucking
It-
insane.
Hands
Jessica
down.
Jones was the best show. Now it's Daredevil again.
Oh my
yeah.
I'm
god.
going to say that right now.
I love
It
Daredevil.
was fantastic.
Just
Marvel-
every character. I mean, and every character
Yeah.
is strong.
They went from because the first season was great.
Yeah.
And then like with Jessica Jones, they kind of like tightened everything up with an even better story. And then with this, they tightened it up even harder, and it's just
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, this fucking season of Daredevil, I mean, until Jared and I had a conversation about it, what it did was it made me like Daredevil less.
Oh, absolutely. He was
But it made me really appreciate the
Foggy?
what
yeah.
made me really appreciate Froggy. Foggy and what's the legal assistant?
Karen.
Karen.
Yeah.
Karen.
I mean, it really did make me appreciate them. But the Punisher,
Oh God.
because
man.
the Punisher comes in, and then Daredevil, it's like the introduction of this guy who's just taking everything to the logical endpoint.
Yeah.
It turns Daredevil into like a total bitch. He's like, oh, well, I mean, I don't know. You're killing people. But do you realize you're killing people? I'm just maiming them. I'm maiming them.
made him
and you're
seem like the
killing
whiniest
them.
of bitches.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
and he's like, dude, what are you talking about? He's like, you're doing half measures, and I'm just like, I'm finishing things, like I'm taking them to the conclusion. It's
Yeah.
like, Mom, but you're killing them. Like, oh.
And we've had like that conversation has been
We had
had
that
before
conversation, yeah.
many times in different superhero things, but like in this, it actually seems really reasonable.
Yeah, absolutely.
God,
You
yeah.
watch the first season of Daredevil, and you're like, man, Daredevil's badass. He's beating the shit out of people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like taking names. He
hallway
got,
scene.
yeah, the hallway scene. He takes
Yeah.
that he beats up like 19 dudes in the hallway and rescues that kid. but then you, like, the Punisher comes in and he just starts murdering people.
Yeah.
And you're not on his side because of the murdering.
No mercy.
No,
No.
you're on his side as soon as he sits down in that graveyard and tells you about his
Oh, yeah.
family.
Oh, yeah.
And never before in any live action format have you ever felt a connection to the Punisher. Like, I like the Thomas Jane version. Like the Dolph Lundgren one's fun in like a stupid way. The Warzone one sucks, but
I
like.
don't really identify.
But the Thomas Jane one is, I think it's a fun movie to watch. But you're not at no point do you ever actually feel bad for him.
No.
You're just like, oh man, Frank's gonna fuck these guys up.
Yeah.
He's pissed now. But like,
Not
in
even
this-
feel bad. Just be like,
You're just, like,
if this
excited.
if this motherfucker was my friend, be like, all right, dude, we got some shit to do tonight.
Yeah. Like, but in this, after he gives that speech, you're like, wow, this guy really loved his daughter a lot.
Yeah.
And like he was only with her for like half a day before she was brutally murdered
Yeah.
with the rest of his family. And like you've seen like the inside of his house, and like it's a regular house. It's just like, and it's him like just kind of like really that speech is like a ramble. It's like a long ramble about him just like going on and on about like, and he's like crying and
As
stuff.
he's bleeding out.
As he's bleeding out and crying, you're just like, wow, this guy has been through
that's a
some
rough scene.
Yeah.
It's really,
Yeah.
really.
But it's a
intense.
real scene. I mean,
Yeah, it's
you
super
just
real.
identify and
Yeah.
empathize with the characters.
And until that point, you're like, man, Frank's like a hard ass. And then you see that, and you're like, wow, Frank is actually hurting a lot. And then after that, you're like, every time Frank kills somebody, you're like, yeah,
Yeah.
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 Good.
done.
Good.
Right.
Do it.
Keep
Yeah.
going.
As
Yeah.
Matt Murdock is chained up on the fucking roof, and he
Yeah.
just keeps like jerking against the chains.
Well, this
As if,
is
like,
scene-
like, dude, you've done that like 10 times.
Yeah.
Not gonna work.
It's not gonna work. You do not have super strength.
Yeah.
Like like stop doing that. Stop being a bitch.
Yeah.
Stop
Not gonna
saying
work,
stuff. I mean, it's just this self-righteous. And I hate to use this phrase, but self-aggrandizing.
But that scene was taken directly out of the
Yeah.
comic.
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
Daredevil's chained on the roof, and
Yeah.
I
And he
and that's
managed to kill
actually
somebody from it.
and that was the scene where I started really empathizing with him because I mean. Again, I'm a big proponent of just fucking kill the villain already. Don't
Right.
say let the justice system handle because the fucking justice system never works. Otherwise, we wouldn't have these comics.
Especially the dude that they're talking about.
Right.
I forget what his name is, but like
Grotto.
Punisher's like, yeah, Grotto, yeah.
Yeah, Grotto.
Punisher's like, oh yeah, well tell him about the old woman you murdered.
Yeah.
And Daredevil's like, well, he didn't know about that.
Okay,
He's like,
what?
yeah, this guy just like murdered an old lady for pretty much no reason, just for seeing his face. Like that lady probably wouldn't even have been a good witness because
Right.
yeah,
He
just did it.
He's a piece
Yep.
of shit.
He's a piece of shit, and I'm gonna
He
fucking
called
murder
him-
this
He called
guy.
him a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And for somebody to fucking say like, well, I'm going to deliver them into the hands of the justice system so that the justice system can sort this out. It's like,
All right, time out.
are you seriously, you
Time out.
naive fucking idiot? Sorry,
Time
go ahead.
out. This is what you guys were complaining about Batman.
I was actually
Yeah.
just gonna say
Right,
that.
right.
I was gonna say that.
Batman has the same morals of Daredevil.
Well,
You're
we
right.
Had
You're
this,
absolutely right.
That's
It's
what
fucking stupid.
the last
right.
time we
You're
had
right.
this
Deal with
discussion
these
was Batman
scum fucks.
Europa.
And as you're right,
Yeah.
but as a result, Gotham is kind of more insane for Batman being there because he doesn't kill people. He doesn't kill those
Yarp.
people. He
Which is retarded.
He-
He should.
Yeah.
right, and there's actually plenty of people in Batman's universe who are like, dude, just kill all these, just kill the
Right.
Joker, just fucking kill him. And Batman's like, no, I can't do that. I'm
And that's
sorry.
why
Right, and
Arkham's
he's
such a
moron,
fun
just
place.
like Daredevil's a moron. They're both morons. Like, the Punisher has the best fucking attitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking kill you because you're a scumbag piece of shit, and you killed an old lady. You don't deserve to fucking live. Like, you're done. You're dead. That's it. End of story.
But there is something to be said about the other side of it, where like, if you, I don't know, if
I
you
don't see it.
actually, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and relate back to what we were just talking about, where Morgan from The Walking Dead is
He
like
sucks.
Yeah, Morgan, but he's not wrong though, and he did kind of
He
bring
is
out
wrong.
some of the good of that wolf that he saved or didn't kill, and who in turn saved the doctor, which actually makes me even more mad about the whole doctor thing.
Is he
never
the one
would've
in
been
Love
that
Actually?
situation if he never
Yes.
would have.
Or no.
The doctor never would have been in that situation if he never let that guy live. Like, it's a catch-22. Like,
yeah.
Like, Morgan's a fucking idiot. In his thought process does not fucking work in that world.
I was annoyed until like I think the last episode or so, whenever he was talking to Rick, and Rick was like, he was telling Rick what he did, and Rick's like, you did what? And he's like, well, but as a result, this all stuff happened. He's like, all right, fine. He's like, all right, just go look for her. Fine.
But like that
Yeah.
never would have fucking happened if you didn't do that in the first place.
Right. Anyway,
I was more satisfied when Morgan fucking killed the dude to save Carol. Like that was more that was more satisfying.
Oh yeah.
Like because he like I felt like that was Morgan's like, okay, people aren't good. Like life is not precious because this fucking maniac is gonna kill this person that I know and I have feelings for.
Yeah, no, it's not. You're good. You're fine.
I would just like to say that this version of Dan is brought to you by Jen. Thank you, Jen. I like this version of Dan.
I do too.
Yeah,
Gin and Scotch.
Yeah,
Jen
Jen
is
is
doing
good for your
different things to you than
disposition.
whiskey.
I support
We
that.
should always
Really?
have.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
you should
Gin-
always
yeah,
have a
Yeah,
bottle
puts
of
a little
Hendrick's
fire
in-
in you.
Yeah.
I thought
More
that-
than whiskey.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
thought like
different thing.
I thought the Irish in you, or you're Irish, right?
Speaking of whiskey,
I thought the whiskey would do it, but no, man, it's the gin.
There you go.
We got to keep you going with the gin. This is good. I like this. Oh shit, we have more bourbon, by the way.
Woodford Reserve.
I don't even know if we were speaking English there. Were you like?
I said Woodford Reserve.
Back to
Oh.
back to DD.
Okay. Sorry.
I brought the good
That
stuff.
was my fault. Like
Sorry.
I went way off.
Sorry.
Like,
So
Yeah.
Well, I just to figure like the line that before you started talking about this, I had to come here, but the line that wrapped it up in Walking Dead, which applies to Daredevil and Batman and stuff, is when Carol said to Morgan a few episodes back, you didn't save him for us, you saved him for you, and that's just so that he could feel better. That's the only thing.
exactly. Yeah, good
Yeah.
point. Yeah, exactly.
and also to address the whole Batman thing, in Batman vs Superman, what we were just talking about, Batman is killing a bunch of people, and what I actually didn't get to was that doesn't work. That works for like the Michael Keaton Batman. That does not work for if Batman's trying to criticize Superman, because if he's doing that, criticizing Superman for, killing people, you can't then turn around and just kill a bunch of people.
It's
You're talking about Daredevil?
Fucking sense.
much larger level though.
Anyway,
Much larger level. Like
Daredevil versus the Punisher.
Batman saying I'll kill insane criminals. Superman is like
accidentally kills people, which
he's
makes
saying
him the bad
Superman
guy.
kills
That doesn't make any sense.
Innocence.
And I just want to point out for the record, I wasn't busting Batman's balls about killing anybody. The only person I had a problem with was Superman conducting himself what I deem to be reckless. And since I
Team Batman.
since I am the since I'm the judge, jury, and executioner, and
Like Batman.
yeah, just like Batman, yeah, I deem that to be irresponsible. But in terms of like Batman killing folks, like I support it. Do you know why? Because like
Anyone who throws away Kryptonite Spear does not get to judge people. I'm sorry.
yeah.
No. Like Batman would never do that. I don't care what version of Batman.
did you
you're
say
talking
her
about.
name?
He's like, oh, Martha? Okay, cool, we're good. Also, I don't need this anymore.
I'm gonna throw this down there.
Yeah. Just I'll just leave that there. Let's go do whatever it is. What else?
Let's go deal with that fucking enormous giant out there with half my fucking helmet. Let's go try to handle that
God
thing.
damn it, Batman would.
It just reminded me. I never brought up the absurd writing of that scene. Like,
Oh, or of every scene.
well, no, but the worst was that scene, the culmination,
terrible.
like
It's
the
terrible.
connection they make. Like, okay, everybody that's listening, think about this. If you were getting your ass kicked by someone and you wanted to reference your mother, would you say he has my mom or mother, or would you say he has my first name, such as Martha, to a person you ever met?
Yeah.
Like, what significance does that have in a conversation? Like, you say to someone, like,
You're right.
he has Martha!
Batman's like, I don't give a fuck who Martha is. Die, you son of a bitch.
What if her name was Mara? Then what do you say?
What if her name is
I don't give a shit. Spear.
Yeah, he's like, Sophie, whatever. Bye.
Right, like,
Yeah.
but if you say he has my mother, maybe it resonates a little bit more with you, and you pause before stabbing them with a kryptonite spear.
And Batman's like, oh, so you're just trying to save your
Mom.
which is
Oh.
what I would probably have
Right, and then he's like,
Well,
my
like
mother.
to have done.
liked to.
Yeah, and if you said my mother, Mother Clark, you have to save her.
Actually,
that would have worked.
That would be a really great moment if the word "mother" just like rang out in whatever whatever that building is, like just like echoed
Yes.
a couple times,
And
and
then-
Batman just like is like an inch away from.
And even if they
The rest
would've,
of the audio
like,
dropped
in,
out.
in previously in the movie, because they kept showing the crypt and it said Martha, just show fucking mother like across it. Like even if you're gonna do something that subtle, like just you don't fucking refer to your mom by her first name
To a
in
stranger.
a conversation to a stranger. That's stupid writing. Like,
Yeah, that is.
how did
Although
how
I
did
will
we get
say
here?
that your call out to the audience, man, you've been pulling some Wesley Willis shit, and I respect that. It's like, let me ask you one question: if you were getting your ass kicked by somebody, would you say they got Martha? I know that's not how your voice sounds, but it was that cadence was very the content and cadence was very Wesley Willis, and that's respect, Dan.
That's Jin, and that's me, like trying to put this into perspective because it's so stupid the way. That
Yeah, for sure. We are clearly still on Batman versus Superman.
Right.
I mean, we said we were talking about Daredevil, but
God almighty, how did we get here?
whew. Welcome to the Gin Train. Welcome to the
You know what
other
the Daredevil
drugs too.
did in this season that was interesting?
What?
When he met Frank on the boat, he said to him, when Frank was like, I have to kill him, I gotta kill him, it's the only way. And Daredevil said, you're right. He told him, you're right. And he did
Yeah.
like the sign of the cross. He's like, you're right, this one time. You're right, you gotta kill him. What
is
the
true.
fuck was that?
No, but Daredevil
about
said to like Daredevil said or Frank said to Daredevil, he was like, no man, like you don't fucking understand. You can't just be like, oh yeah, okay, cool. This one time we're gonna kill this dude, but like every time after that, we're never gonna kill somebody again because killing's wrong, except in this one time when killing is okay. And he's like, no man, you don't understand. Like that's not how it works.
It's either all or nothing.
Like you
Yeah.
can't just like, oh well, I mean, once we can make this exception. Like
Is that what he
But
said
but-
after Daredevil said that?
No,
Like,
but I
don't remember.
think
he said to him, he said it was on the roof. Whenever he was like,
Oh, that was early.
or did he say that to Elektra? No, he said it. He said it to Frank. He was like, you know, something. He's like, maybe you're right. Maybe this one time we can, you know, whatever, come to
that
this.
was on the boat. I don't remember.
He
It
said
was on
do
the
it
boat.
your way.
It was at the end.
Yeah.
Like,
do it your way,
yeah.
right? Do it your way, which I
He
understood
consented.
to mean
go ahead.
like
Let's
kill,
people, yeah.
like take full measure.
But I don't.
Like,
I mean, I interpreted it more, and this is going back to the first episode of the first season where Matt's kind of struggling with his faith, because doesn't he go to confession and say, "Look,
Yep.
I'm doing horrible things," and that
Yeah.
I mean, you got to realize that
And-
Frank might not have that influence, and I'm not defending. I'm honestly not defending because Daredevil at this point, because I do believe he should just kill people, or and not letting them keep coming back. That happens for a reason.
Yeah.
All right, but they do illustrate why his character's like that, and it's his faith.
Right.
I mean, although that stupid speech he makes, this guy has hope. Oh, shut up.
Doesn't the priest say like you need to keep going out and do what you're doing?
Yes.
Like,
Yes. He
and
does.
Murdoch's like, I don't know if I can keep doing this. He's like, I think you have to, because there's really nobody else to do it. And also, like, this Punisher guy's crazy as fuck.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
And you're the only person who's like kind of doing like a good thing, whereas he's just murdering people. and there is something to be said about like not just the fact that what Daredevil is doing, like the immediate effect of him beating people up and like putting them in jail. He is still a hero because he's not murdering these people. He's like he might be beating them up, but then he's like leading them for the police. So like these people are like telling stories of like the devil in Hell's Kitchen, and like there's someone out there to be feared, and like if you're gonna do crime, there's gonna be a price to pay, and people can say like, okay, there's a guy out there who's like doing extreme things, but he's not killing them. He's putting them in jail.
Right.
He's not killing them. And the same thing can be said about the non-killing Batman, where it's like, okay, you strike fear into the heart of criminals, where it's like, not only you're going to jail, but you might be paralyzed. That's actually really intimidating.
But
Yeah, if you're going to be in a wheelchair for the rest of your life, that's pretty fucking scary. If you're a petty crook,
Yeah.
so is that worth it? Probably not.
I think Matt Murdock, Daredevil, realizes though, like after he meets Kingpin, spoilers, in jail, and Kingpin beats the fuck out of him and says, when I get out, I'm gonna ruin you.
Yeah.
And very shortly after that, he is on a boat with Punisher, and Punisher saying like, I have to kill, and he's saying, yeah, this one time, I get it. I feel
You think
like
he's
that's
influenced by that interaction
right,
with the
like,
Kingpin?
and like Daredevil's breaking down at that point. He's realizing like the law doesn't work, the system doesn't work. Fucking Wilson Fisk is gonna be out here, and like he's already ruling a prison. He's gonna be out here. He's gonna be fucking killing people. He's gonna try to take me down because I didn't kill him when I had the chance. But if I did what Punisher does, I wouldn't be in this situation. Like the thing like I got out of this season was like, he has no control over fucking anything. He is warring with the Kingpin, the Hand, Madame Gao to a certain degree,
Yeah.
and the Punisher. He has fucking so many problems on so many levels
Yeah.
that even like the end of this season, and Elektra's another problem. Like he doesn't even know another problem's coming. So at the end of this season, what the fuck does he have in control? Nothing. Because Wilson Fisk is going to be out of prison. The fucking Hand is still around. Elektra's going to come back. Fucking the Punisher's still out there.
He's literally never-
Madame Gao's still out there. He saw nothing.
But Frank is on his side,
Sort of.
kind of.
Yeah.
Like you can't trust him. Like if you're Daredevil,
You
can
can't trust him.
Okay, you shot 2 dudes, but you beat the shit out of me fucking 7 times prior to this.
No, but
Like,
but I think at this point they understand each other.
but if Daredevil's mantra is you cannot kill, and if Frank continues to kill people in New York City, is Daredevil gonna just
No,
stand
well,
by?
Daredevil
I
better
believe-
stop being a bitch, is what it is. Because I just, while we were chatting, looked up the recidivism rates for violent crimes in 2014, and it's 30%. 30% of people who committed a violent crime
Gonna do it again.
are rearrested. That doesn't mean like they get caught again. They're saying that 30% of
Commit the
people
act
are arrested again, put back into prison. So, I mean, what that suggests is a far larger margin are involved in violent crimes. You know, it might be
Right.
50 or 60%, but only 30% of are rearrested and convicted.
Yeah.
Doesn't count the ones that don't get caught.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. Which, you know, a large number of violent crimes go unreported and unconvicted.
Yeah.
So, with those statistics, like, how can you? In being a lawyer, like that's what really frustrates me. Is Matt Murdock is primarily, or maybe not primarily, but equally, a lawyer. As much as he is a vigilante, you know, superhero, he's a lawyer, and he understands. Hopefully, he understands these statistics that, like, people are gonna do this shit again.
Yeah.
And so you take this dude who's you know, he tried to fucking rape and murder your, you know, whatever, legal assistant. You just give him a good ass whooping and send him to jail, and he's in there for, you know, a solid 5 to 15, and maybe he
He's
does
gonna
2.5,
learn
and he's
his
out on
lesson.
probation. And it's like, what's he gonna do? Statistically, he's gonna do it again.
I mean, if you think about it, Matt's / Daredevil, he's traversing the worst of both worlds because he's got one foot in the door of legal injustice, And he's not very. I mean, because of his actions as Daredevil, he's kind of a poor lawyer because of it. Foggy's awesome. Fucking love Foggy.
Actually, Matt is good. In
Yeah.
the
No,
first
he's
I just watched
good.
the first
When
season.
he-
He had a really great speech in the
Right,
first season.
but I'm talking about this season because
yeah.
season 1 was more about him trying, developing from, hey, we're fresh-faced new lawyers, blah blah blah. Let's help Karen, blah. And then the second season is really him.
He blew it.
He's conflicted.
Well, he's a lawyer despite what he does.
Yeah.
So okay, and so he's got one foot in the door of justice and one foot in the door of vigilante. So, and he's not doing a terribly awesome job at either because he has
Yeah.
the foot in the door of both worlds.
Yeah.
And I think therein lies the problem.
Yeah.
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 I
Absolutely.
think
And,
that's-
and
right.
not to mention his faith. I'm not saying that faith is, well, yes,
Yeah.
I'm saying faith is a problem.
Well, he's totally conflicted, and he struggles with that throughout the whole season. And at the very end, when he does decide to tell Frank, like, yeah, this one time you can do it, this one time you can do it. What's Frank do? Throws him over the edge of the boat, and he says, "You can't do that. You can't cross the line. That's me." He
Yeah.
pitches him over. So what Matt will take out of that, I don't know. What he will do at that point going forward, because after that, like, shit is completely out of control because the ninjas are all over the place. And he's fighting the hand and fucking Punisher shooting shit from the top of the building. And I feel like he tried to kill Nobu. He threw him over the fucking building.
That's true.
And
Yeah.
like I feel like he lost his way, and Frank was trying to tell him, like, you can't. You're like,
So you're
you're
better
that
than me.
one thing that's better than me, and anger and all the fucking, I guess, sin, because Matt is Catholic. Like, you're the one thing that's better. But did he try to kill Nobu? What are we taking from that? I don't
Yeah,
know. Like,
fuck yeah, he tried to.
That's what I took.
I
I
don't-
took. He tried to kill him. Like, he lost control and he tried to fucking kill him.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know because
He
I
threw
mean,
him off like a
obviously, well,
big ass building.
yeah, but he tried pretty hard to kill him last season too.
But if
Didn't he say he thought he was dead?
Yeah, he thought he
Yeah.
was dead. He was.
So he
Was
tried-
wasn't
he
nobody
killed
on
him.
fire and shit?
Yeah.
So he's
but
all
he tried to
really
kill him
against
before.
killing people.
But before, I feel like it was early
point,
in his career,
Jared.
and he didn't want to kill. It was like, I have to kill at this point because this guy, dude, just fucking had ninja hooks all over me
And-
in every aspect. So he was doing it just because, and I feel like there was like a lesson learned. Like, after that, he didn't want to kill.
But that's
I don't know.
fucked, man. What's really fucked is that, like, this just occurred to me that he was okay killing Nobu last season because dude was more
I don't
powerful
know if
than
he's
him.
Okay with it.
Like he felt it necessary to kill
it was
him
a
last
means
season
to an
because
end, I thought.
It was the only way he could live.
The only
Yeah.
way he could live, right? Because he was more powerful than him. But all of these people who were more powerful than all of these individuals that they were victimizing, he deemed that he shouldn't kill them, even though they posed an imminent, lethal threat, deadly threat to the majority of the population. He shouldn't kill them, and justice should deal with them. But as soon as something came along that was more powerful than him, then he was like, okay, I gotta kill this thing. But now, like, 99, over almost 100% of the population is not impervious to these threats. And it's like, these ones the justice system can handle. But if they threaten me, I gotta fucking kill them. You know, like, fuck you, man.
Selfish.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
See, I think that the series, and I'm not sure if it's intentional or not, but I think that it really gets to a point where you have to wonder, like, is Matt just being like any one of us would be? It's like, I'm not sure if I should kill these people or not. Like one moment he's like, yeah, I definitely need to. I have no choice but to kill this person. But the other moments he's like, no, I probably shouldn't kill people. Like, is he intentionally bouncing back and forth between?
He
all
might
these
be
different-
like if all of us were like smushed together into one human, but I think that like each of us individually would have might have some distinct
a more.
response.
I don't know. I personally, like, if I was, able to leave across buildings and shit and like save people and stuff, I don't know where I would draw the line. Like, if I see somebody, maybe just between my own emotions and like whatever the situation is. Like, if I see someone like trying to, I don't know, like rape an old lady, which doesn't make any sense. But
But that shit happens.
I might like be more inclined to kill that person than I would to be like if someone like just like grabbed someone's purse and started running with it. I might just like beat that person's ass for a second and be like, "Fuck out of here! Go get that lady her purse back and say you're sorry." You know, like
Right. Whoop that dude or chick's ass. Get the purse back.
Yeah.
Get them like whatever. Get them arrested. But if this individual is victimizing people who are somewhat helpless, and if they're released, if they have good defense and they're released back out into society, they can just continue to victimize, and people are relatively helpless. Like, do you let them go?
Well, he kind of addressed that in the first season, where the red-haired dude, the one that looks like the dude from RoboCop,
Yeah.
that guy,
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about?
Killed himself.
Right,
Yeah.
on the fence. That guy, he defended that guy like, fuck. He got that guy off. Like that guy was free to go. But then later on, he shows up as Daredevil, and he's like, "Who do you work for?" Like, you know, he's like starts beating this guy's ass, and
yeah.
then
I forgot about that.
yeah, and then he actually does get the information he needs out of that guy. But I think that was probably his ideal situation as a lawyer and a superhero. He's like, all right, you know,
Nope.
I can work from outside and inside the system. You know, I can. If this person doesn't learn their lesson, at night I'll just beat the shit out of them again, and then put him back in jail, and then I'll defend him to the best of my ability. Maybe I'll defend him to like not the best of my ability.
But that thought process.
I mean, that doesn't work all the time, but
defeated
No.
in that case.
I'm just saying, like,
Poor
like
Rosario Dawson has to keep stitching him up because he keeps making poor decisions.
And then she lose her job.
Yeah.
well, I like the series because it shows the idea, like, because Matt like starts doing this thing, and he doesn't think about what the consequences are of. In fact, doesn't he say that at one point? Like, in the first season, she says, like, what is your. Rosario Dawson says, like, what is your goal, or what are you trying to do? And he's like, I don't really know. Like, I'm just. Yeah, he doesn't have a plan.
No.
Yeah,
That's a good point. Like,
yeah, he doesn't have a
lost.
plan. He
He's
was just
lost.
initially he was just like, I'm gonna try and help people and like, you know, go outside and like beat the shit out of some guys need beating the shit out of, and that's my job. But yeah, at the end of it,
That horn?
that's a white.
Oh.
But yeah,
He, and that's it. I don't think he knows what
he doesn't have some kind of like
going on.
ultimate plan. He's
No
just like a
plan.
dude who's trying to. It's like in Batman, Superman. It's like Superman's just a guy trying to help. You know, he's trying to help. He's trying to figure it out for himself. There's no example, no one to help him. Stick is an asshole.
I like
He's such
Stick.
a great asshole.
Man,
No,
I don't know
I didn't say he
how I
wasn't
feel about
good.
Stick, especially after he tried to kill Elektra.
He's an asshole.
But
though.
then he came through at the end. God damn it.
No, I like him. And he's a great character. I'm just saying he is an asshole, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's definitely an
right,
asshole.
right. Just in
There's
general.
no two ways about that. He's an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like he's like a really he's portrayed as a really cool, a much cooler Bill from Kill Bill.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah,
a
he is
much
smart.
cooler, much badder assed version
Well,
of Bill.
you know what, like who he inspired, and I know they don't fucking say it if you
Who
stick.
inspired?
Yeah.
Did he inspire that series?
No, a particular character in a different thing. In fact, Daredevil is entirely something like something else took all of its shit from Daredevil. All right, so you've got Stick.
Right.
The ninjas are called.
Oh, the hand.
The foot.
Oh, fuck. The Ninja Turtles. Jesus Christ. The hand, the Foot Clan.
Stick is
the Splinter.
Stick is Splinter.
Yeah.
Oh, motherfucker. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. That's cool.
It's awesome. Yeah,
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Like somebody who is like already walked the path.
Yeah, he's
like
yeah.
not long before these individuals are
Yeah.
coming in. Like, hey, like I had to do this too.
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
this
He-
15, 20 years before.
He's
you.
beyond all this shit, but he's also like he's still better than the
Yeah.
people he's trained.
Right. Yeah, that's cool. No, I didn't fucking realize that.
Yeah.
But
What'd you guys think of Elektra?
I loved her.
I like
She was
it
great.
a lot. Finally,
Dude,
you know,
yeah.
well, no, not finally, because you've heard me complain about how a lot of women, especially in the CW shows, are portrayed as just being fucking morons. Laurel Lance,
they are.
stop being a moron.
Oh, can we not?
Well,
But,
she's,
okay.
Can we not? Can we not?
But okay, but moving on.
not now.
But
Not now.
but Netflix is doing something really cool and like making female characters both strong and
Oh,
flawed.
yeah.
And that was what I was
I
leading
just didn't
to.
want to talk about Laurel right now. Yeah,
All right.
I just didn't want to talk about that.
But my point is, it's still valid. It's not just Laurel Lance. It's other characters in the
right,
CW shows that I.
Although like Felicity is
She
is
blows.
great.
She
Okay.
blows.
Yes, but
She blows lately. They've ruined her.
I don't want. No, I don't want to go back
Yeah,
to
I
that.
think
But
so, too.
I've just been trying to make a comparison.
She became like from one of the best
sorry.
to the
Sarah's
absolute
cool, though.
worst
Sarah's
character.
cool.
Sarah is cool. Sarah's always been cool.
Sarah's awesome.
Sarah's cool.
Felicity with that fucking hair in those Noxzema commercials. Oh my god, dude, are you kidding me? Like,
Oh wait, are you talking about Felicity, like the show Felicity?
wait, what are you guys talking about? Are you talking about the CW show?
I guess that is also a CW show, isn't it?
Oh, but you're talking about Felicity,
From the Flash.
side.
Flash.
Oh, fucked up.
Not curly brown-haired Felicity.
Yeah, but she was so hot in those Noxzema
She is
commercials.
hot. Yeah. What's her name?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't. Yeah, she was just like so attractive. She had a great hair.
Is it Carrie Russell?
Carrie
Yeah,
Russell. there
Carrie
it is.
Russell.
Yeah,
I'm good
She
for
was in
something.
Honey, I Blew Up
she
the
was
Kid.
amazing. CW show though too, right?
Yeah. Well, that was
Yeah.
WB at the
WB.
Or
It was
WB.
before. Yeah, it was
WB.
right.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
the
yeah.
same thing.
But
Yeah,
I
right,
don't know.
right,
I
yeah.
just get annoyed. that
Welcome to the top of your brain.
But Netflix has proven. My point is,
chicken.
short, sweet point is that Netflix has proven that you can have a flawed female character who's also fucking badass.
Right.
Oh, she's
Absolutely.
so fucking flawed.
And just
it's
like,
so
and
great.
it's not just Jessica Jones, it's Elektra, and
Right.
just great.
And you love
characters.
them both.
Yes.
Like you love Jessica Jones, and she's a train wreck of a woman.
Oh, well, she's amazing.
And-
Everybody, actually, all the women on that show are great.
Yes.
And Elektra is a fucking sociopath nutball. And
She's-
you love
But she's
every
great.
scene she's in. Every scene she steals, and you just look at her and you're like, wow, you fucking bring out some like odd point of view that just fucking you can connect with. Like, yeah, well, all right, here is the guy that killed your father. Would you like to kill him? You know, it's so like simple but not simple, and I love how she was written into the show. It was so well. It was so well done. And the whole Black Sky thing, like, that's a whole new thing. Like, that's not from comics.
Is
Like,
it? Because I was confused as hell
Yeah.
about all that.
Well,
She-
it wasn't the first season, which I forgot about until I watched it again.
Yeah, like there was
Like, there's the kid that's a black sky.
Yeah,
And they talk about it a lot, actually, in the first season.
they do. And that is not something from the comics that is totally new for the show. So it's kind of cool. Like, it creates another layer to her.
Well, what we were saying about the female characters, Elektra, I think was great because when she first meets Matt, she's like, you think you're like, okay, she's kind of snooty, and then they do the whole James Bond thing,
Right.
and then they're like having a good time, they're like stealing cars and whatever the hell else they do, and then they go into that house and they're still having like kind of a fun time.
Smashing glasses.
Smashing glass and you're just like, oh, I actually really like the chemistry between these people.
Yeah, it's
and
great.
then she's like, oh, my friend must be home now. I'm gonna go check on him. And then you realize it's the fucking guy that killed his dad. And she's like, hey, by the way, this is the guy that killed your dad. You should kill him. And you're like, what? And it totally turns around. And you're like, okay, so this really charming, beautiful woman is actually
Nuts.
a complete sociopath.
Yeah.
And she just like casually suggested that we should go from breaking into a house and like having sex to murder.
Yeah.
That's that's a pretty big jump.
It's a huge jump. And it's
And that's actually true. Yeah, that's from the Peanut Gallery. Thank you. And everyone's had, not everybody, but like lots of us have maybe had somebody who has gone from like being like reasonable to being like, oh wait, what did you just ask me to do? That doesn't what?
Yeah. It's
Yeah, I remember whenever I was
crazy.
like 15 and I was hanging out with this chick and like we were real into punk rock. and we were like walking around, just like smoking weed in this area that I had never even been in my entire life. You know, I'm like fucking 15, so I was never out in this area north of Pittsburgh, and like everything was real innocent. We're just like singing songs and we're walking around and smoking cigarettes and doing whatever. And before you know it, we were behind this crack house with a crackhead, like, and like it was one of those moments where I was like, how did we get here? Like I you know, like it was. I was just trying to smoke a joint and be like a teenager, and all of a sudden,
maybe we can make out.
yeah, like maybe we would like share earbuds, like we'd each have one. We'd listen to the Walkman and like just lay on a hill. It was nice, you know. But then she's like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna go to this place." Meanwhile, I mean, nobody smoked crack, but like, I mean, what 15-year-old wants to hang out with a 50-year-old crackhead? Like,
Nobody.
no, presumably.
The lunatic girlfriend that you're dating.
Right. But that's what I mean. Like everything was
point.
really wholesome and fun,
Until.
and then just it felt like just a series of very brief moments. We were behind a crack house,
Right.
And
Yeah.
like just chilling out. Can we edit this?
No, no, because that's exactly
Really? You don't want
that's
that on there?
exactly
Good
what
song.
happened.
Perfectly illustrated point. Yeah.
Yeah, like
That's what happened in Daredevil. Not I shouldn't say exactly because it's not the exact same thing, but it's the same moment that happened in Daredevil. Like watching the first time, think about it, guys. Like, and Our Lady, you watch
And Our Lady.
and you see him fall in love with her and why he falls in love with her, and you probably fall for her as a character on the show. You're like, wow, this
absolutely.
chick's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then that happens, and you're like, wow, this got really dark really quickly.
I think
Like,
that I think that they actually did a really good job of that because like it would have been easier to show more of them interacting with each other and like having chemistry.
Right.
But they showed like just enough of it so you're like
Just
you get the
enough,
idea
yeah.
why, but I know I personally didn't think like man I would be totally into Elektra. I was like Elektra seems like pretty cool if I was maybe if I was in that situation. But like she seems like she might be a little crazy.
well, she definitely had like a certain like degree of crazy to her, but she was also intriguing. Like
Yeah.
like if she showed that much interest, if a woman like her showed that much interest in you, you would probably be a little bit intrigued with what the fuck's going on. You know, like, and you would end up in that situation where you end up eventually in that house because
Maybe.
she's beautiful, she's
Yeah.
charming, she's intelligent, she's smart. She's got a little bit of weirdness to her, and you kind of go with it, you know. And I really like that because I wasn't expecting it to get that dark with her that quickly.
Yeah.
But what was cool, or I mean, something that's kind of cool is Elektra represents sort of the female Frank, the female Punisher. You know.
Yeah. She's the
yeah,
other devil.
She's taking it to the logical conclusion. And granted, she's a bit more impulsive and has maybe some more diabolical or
Well, she's working for Stick too.
right.
That is.
And so she's got that going for her. But the part that was so fucking heartbreaking, man. Like I just got the feel so hard when he was like, what if she's the only one who gets me? Like
Right.
she's the only
Yeah.
one
They're in that stairwell.
who can get me, and what if that's it? Like
Yeah.
like her, and they're there, and he's like, we're gonna make it out of this, and when we get out of this, we're gonna fucking we're gonna fly to Barbados or wherever it was.
yeah, that was heartbreaking.
And
Yeah.
and she was like. He had this very optimistic sort of like, we're going to make it through together and let's just fucking do this and get the fuck out of here. And she had more of like this look like, I love you too. And I want this, but
There's
I'm
no
not
way this is
sure
gonna
we're going to
work.
make
Yeah.
it. Like, I don't think we're going to make it through this.
Yeah.
I
She's
saw it
know
more
these
like
things.
I'm not that kind of girl. I got that, you want this picket fence. I mean, that wasn't directly implied, but I got it as, look, I'm flawed. I have real red in my ledger. This isn't going to work, or at least not the way you want it to. That was the way I took that.
But see, I got that. Like, I feel like she wanted everything he was saying. She would ideally love to have the white picket fence, the whatever, the place in Barbados, and then just hop to wherever, the south of France, and hop down to wherever, just globe trot and escape the bullshit. But she's less optimistic about that ever being able to be feasible. And this, like, her looking at him, being like, I love you, I want this to happen. I don't think it's going to.
Well, I think one of the reasons is because, like, Matt was maybe lucky because he tells Stick, like, you left me, whenever I was, like, way too young for you to leave me behind.
They were both abandoned.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But she was, like, continually trained. And, like, she had a family where...
Oh,
like,
right.
Like, Stick...
Yeah.
In fact, actually, I just thought of this. Did he leave her whenever he went to go to Matt?
It's unclear.
Because he Stick kind of, like, pawns her off on her family, her rich family, the Nachios family. And I'm not sure, but I think maybe that the two of them are a similar age. And that's kind of when he shows up in the first season with Matt. So, like,
Yeah,
does he go directly from her to Matt?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think that's probably... Maybe that's, like, a subtle...
Huh. But wait. I thought that Elektra and Matt were, like, roughly the same age.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, in the second season, whenever he gives her to the foster family, that's roughly whenever he would have gone to New York to meet Matt.
Oh, right, because
Matt is already, like, 9.
Blind
He
until...
just got blinded.
But I thought she was a little bit older. Anyway.
Was she?
Whenever she's, like, kicking the shit out of those dudes, she looks like she's, like, pubescent.
She looks 12.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
12-ish age. But
Right,
Matt
like-
looks around 12, though, when he's being trained, too. So I don't
Yeah.
really know. That's a good question. It's
Yeah.
a good question.
Yeah, I'm not sure when. Like, I'd like to see the timeline.
Yeah, it doesn't... But it seems reasonable that they wouldn't have been being trained at the same time.
Well, he Stick.
Oh, right, because he delivers her to the ambassadors and...
Yeah.
Or the,
Like he's done with her. After,
Yeah.
Actually, maybe she's a little older than he is. 'Cause she might be older than Matt.
What? This is totally not related to that, but what is with the fucking car that Stick's dudes drive?
that car's bad as fuck.
But it sticks out like a sore thumb. Like, if you're trying to be discreet.
Yeah, it's like a 55
be-
Bel Air.
Oh, yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
it's
you want to
badass.
be
painted
an
matte
undercover
black.
organization, you're gonna drive that fucking car around New York City, and no one's gonna fucking
Yeah.
notice. The ninjas that notice everything aren't gonna fucking see that car and see you driving all over the place.
To just hear this fucking
What
V8 just handles like a piece of dog shit with tires on it, you know,
Why?
just sliding everywhere.
As
Yeah.
cool as it looked, like
The shitty Russians from the first season had better, like, more discreet
Oh,
rides
yeah.
than you did.
Exactly.
Like, they just had taxis. That's a good.
But it's
I'm
almost
just gonna-
like they were
That was
showing it
dumb.
off that they don't give a shit that they're conspicuous.
Maybe.
But if you're trying to hide from the hand, and you're telling like everybody, like you're telling Matt, like, yeah, they'll like follow you everywhere.
Yeah.
You're really gonna ride around in that car?
Yeah, maybe you'll want to get, like something that doesn't have these bullshit ass windows. These like flat windows with no concave. So the thing, shit can just pass right through them. Like maybe even if you had, I don't know, like a Toyota, Camry or something, it'd probably be like better protection, better handling.
Thank you for not saying Prius.
Yeah, really.
Well, Prius, don't be ridiculous. It might be just 6 one way, half dozen the other. Like 55 Chevy, fucking 2015
So weird.
Prius.
Like,
I would like to acknowledge the things that were really awesome that you had to, like, earn by watching the whole thing. just because we're in a comic book shop and these things are based on comic books. For example, when Melvin, I think the second to last or last episode, he's like, "Oh yeah, I made something else for you."
Oh man!
And then he
Yeah.
showed his armor.
He showed
too,
his armor,
which is the gladiator armor, which was also just as cool as what he made him.
Yes.
That is awesome. Like he needs to be gladiator.
That's
next
fucking
season.
cool. Yeah. And
I think that's what they're pushing him to be, isn't it?
I mean, they're setting it up. He's got the armor. It's just he needs that little push.
it would be wonderfully heartbreaking if like Matt had to take him down at some point.
He will, because that's
Yeah.
that's how it always plays out.
Man, that would be like
because
I
he's
would
not stable.
Yeah. You know he's not stable, and he's especially if someone manipulates Betsy or whoever it is, like,
or takes her out.
or takes her out. Yeah. If she dies, like he's gonna let go off
He
his
would go
fucking hinges.
bonkers,
Yeah. It will be extremely.
and it would be a very.
That's a slow burn for that character.
That
too.
would be a very good-
I would actually feel. I would hurt that. That would hurt me.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
very
Fucking
painful.
I feel that
We've
one.
never even seen Betsy, but
It doesn't matter.
that's something Fisk would do.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Who did adopt the name Kingpin this season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Which
and
was cool.
And
Oh, fucking shit, dude! That went right by me. Not until you said that right now did I realize that name that he took that on. Fucking hell!
he's wearing white.
Yep.
Yeah.
God
Were you guys
damn it!
surprised? Were you surprised to see him? Because
I was-
I was
Yeah.
surprised to see
Oh
that.
yeah. Big
I didn't
time.
think
They
He's gonna
they
show
kept
up
that
the whole
secret
season.
really well.
That was a good
I
scene.
did.
Yeah.
He sits up from that bench, you're like, holy shit.
Yeah. I forgot all about you.
Yeah.
Yep.
You big bald bastard!
Oh yeah.
Where
And
have
then
you been?
You got that like little like 20 minutes of setup of him taking over the prison, and like
He's so
good.
eventually it's like that music, him walking
Yeah.
away with like a notepad and like 3 dudes behind him. You're like, oh yeah, this dude's back in fucking business. Yeah.
I fucking love Vincent D'Onofrio.
He's great.
Yeah.
Anything he plays. He was great as Edgar in the Edgar suit and Men in Black.
Oh, okay, that's his ultimate role.
Yeah, I know.
We all know that.
It's just
I totally forgot that was him.
Sugar.
yeah.
Give me sugar.
Sugar and water and water.
More.
He's just a great actor.
But what about that scene, that hallway scene again?
Oh
that,
man. Wait, the one in
Punisher
the
hallway.
Punisher
scene.
hallway scene. Yeah.
I like.
God damn it!
I like that we had a sequel to the Daredevil Punisher, scene,
Right.
Or
Yeah.
to the Daredevil hallway scene
Yeah.
where he uses the chain, which foreshadows the baton.
Right.
Yep.
Right, he's in the stairs.
Yeah, and then you have a Punisher hallway scene, which is
That was like-
completely different.
That was like
Did-
Old Boy.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
That was
it was like
Did you know-
yeah. This was
no, it was Old Boy times 100.
It
Like,
was
Right.
crazy.
brutal.
Did you guys know that was filmed in one take?
The Punisher
Yeah.
scene?
That's amazing.
Too?
That's bad.
I was reading that, like, just some IMDb random shit facts, and I was like, okay, is this some unconfirmed stuff? No, it was.
That's-
And I guess they really worked very hard to
that
make
was
sure.
a brutal fucking scene.
Because
Like,
it's a
he-
seamless
he
camera
went
trans.
one
They would,
stabby,
yeah, it's one
stabby.
shot.
Oh,
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
And what's cool about it, just like that Tony Jaa scene in the Protector, I think, where he works his way through the nightclub, where it's this spiraling 4-story whatever, and that's the longest one-shot fight scene in movie history or something. It's like 12 or 14 or 15 minutes, like something just crazy. And what makes that scene really intense and amazing, the same thing, I didn't know this about that scene with the Punisher, really intense and amazing, is you see the degradation of energy.
Right.
In like at first he starts out and he's fucking sharp and he just like
Yeah.
shanks that dude.
And it's realistic. And
right.
he loses energy.
And these
Yeah.
guys are coming at him, and the first couple, he's like fucking shanks the shit out of him. And then after that, it's like, whew, fuck, man. I just
still, like,
exhausted
2 or 3 dudes.
a lot of energy. Like, I'm still bad as fuck, but like, it's not gonna be so pretty. It's gonna be like this crisp, Daredevil, like triple flip, crazy knee, onto the
Yeah.
clavicle, snap the neck, hit him in the head. The Punisher's like raw, just
Yeah.
like,
yeah,
this is going down.
yeah.
Going down, for real.
They did a great job of representing the fact that like Daredevil has like he has reflexes and abilities that are beyond.
Right.
Like, what-
Sure.
Even though the Punisher is a highly trained, really in good shape person, like Matt can fight for like way longer.
Yeah, because his skill, like he can be way more conservative with his
Right,
expenditure
right.
of
He
energy.
knows exactly where everyone is at all times. So,
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But the Punisher's just like, yeah. By the end of that scene, he's literally just like laying there amongst all the dudes he just killed.
He,
Like, what was it, 10 guys or something?
It's
Like,
a
there's
bunch of
just like,
dudes.
He's like standing like slumped over.
Yeah.
And the cops come in there, and the security guards come in. They're beating their shields, and they throw the tea grass at him, and
Yeah.
he's just standing there like,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's like,
What?
I'm done, guys.
like whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care. Slaughtered all these dudes.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah. And some of those kills are like pretty gruesome and kind of difficult to watch.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that Fisk knows that Matt is Daredevil?
I think he has a really good idea.
Yeah.
Me too.
Like, especially at this point. Like, he
Yeah.
definitely has a really fucking good idea.
He called in that like one dude, and he's like, "Get me all the files on Matt Murdock," and he was like rubbing his chin after they met, and it was kind of like an indication that like I felt that before. Like I
Yeah.
know what that feels like.
And also, I mean, Daredevil, they did talk whenever he beat his ass at the end of the show.
He did,
The first
yeah.
season.
Yeah.
So he probably has an idea of, like, what he sounded like.
I don't know, man. Like, once you get your ass kicked, it's real hard to remember the particulars of tone. But
Yeah, but if you're really mad at somebody and you hear their voice, you might remember their voice.
But that's what kind of pissed me off too when Fisk is like just smashing his face off the table and it's like, you played the deer, and Matt's just like bink, ba bink, ba bink, face off the metal table.
He's so huge though. Like Kingpin's huge.
Yeah.
You know?
Right, and I mean, in that's reflected even in like these real life characters. But I thought maybe he could have just given like, maybe taken a couple to the noggin and given a slip out from, you know, just tilt your head to the left the next time he goes to throw your head to
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway,
Do you guys?
great series. I'm not at all dissatisfied.
Did I think we all like John Bernthal as the Punisher, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck
I think
yeah.
he's
Yeah.
represented the Punisher
It was a fucking
in the best way
yeah.
that he has thus far been represented.
Yeah, I agree, and that's I really never thought that I could say that because I really thought other variations of the Punisher were very good, but holy shit.
I'd say the second best is Thomas Jane
Yeah.
in Dirty Laundry.
Dirty Laundry,
Oh.
right?
Yep.
Dirty Laundry.
Agreed.
Yeah. That's
John Bernthal, holy fuck.
Yeah, I've like literally never sympathized with the Punisher before.
Right.
Like usually you're just like, oh man, this is awesome. Like this is gonna get cool because
Yeah.
Frank's gonna be pissed.
And right,
But,
like you saw like one little like snippet of his family like dying, you know, like in
Yeah.
the Thomas Jane one,
Yeah.
and then you move on. But this like it is fucking talked about and referenced so many times, and he has that emotional like graveyard scene. Like you can't help but sympathize with the guy and think about what you would do if you were in his situation.
Right.
I would fucking kill so many motherfuckers if that was me. Like I really felt bad for him there. Like I was like, oh goddamn, like this is great.
the precedent that this sets is actually really fantastic because guess what they did not do with this. Like we all feel for the Punisher at this point. Like we all know what he's gone through, just through that one like little soliloquy that he has. Guess what? We didn't have to fucking watch. We didn't watch his family get killed
Again.
Yeah.
at all, ever.
Yeah.
We didn't
You're right.
see
We
any
never saw
even
it.
hint of it.
That's
We
genius.
actually haven't seen
Great
any
point.
members of his family.
Great point.
We just heard him talk about it, and just for that one scene of him acting well, it just yeah, you just had
It wasn't
You
a
get a-
bad- yeah.
Thank you for treating us like an intelligent audience.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you for
didn't
not
need
treating
to
us like
see
a
it.
toddler. Yeah.
He just told us about it in a really real way,
We didn't
and it
have-
was totally fucking effective, more effective even than like watching.
You're right.
Watching Batman's family get killed for the 89th time.
And then
or watching Uncle Ben die for the 90th.
And then
Ben's dead.
watching Batman get lifted up by bats.
Right, yeah.
That was dumb.
Yeah. That's, yeah, we don't, yeah. All right,
Yeah, you're right.
All
I
right,
think we're at a
guys.
great part.
Jared, thank you for these Wildcats number ones from Image from 1992.
They're fun.
This is amazing. That's. I mean, you have no idea. This is really exciting.
Oh.
I'm stretching.
Did you have a question,
I have
Mr.
one for Greg,
Richards?
Happy birthday, Greg, Becky.
Yeah, Becky.
Yeah, happy
you.
birthday.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday.
Becky's out of the hospital kicking ass.
It's your birthday. So send us.
And Jer said, it's Greg's too.
Yeah, you missed that earlier, Greg.
Thank you.
It was amazing.
I-
it's your birthday. Go ready. It's your birthday. That's a better birthday song.
That's a better birthday song
It is a better birthday
than
song.
the Beatles.
All right, don't tell me you're not sick of that fucking Beatles
No,
song.
yeah, fuck that song.
Yeah.
You're right.
I'm just going to take these home again.
Okay.
You can pick it up this week.
That's fine.
Well, bye, everybody.
So,
All right,
done.
yeah. So,
Bye-ins. Thanks for listening if
kick in
yins
that
have.
theme
By the
song
way,
music.
send in your questions.
Oh, by the way,
Find
yeah.
us on
Yeah,
Instagram,
this
iTunes.
is a really loose ending here. Like a Facebook. Find us on Facebook and iTunes and YouTube and SoundCloud and Twitter and Instagram and Player FM and Tumblr.
I know some
And
of those words.
Come down to the Southside Comic Book Shop
Yeah.
at
1819 East Carson Street.
get
Look
yourself
us up online. SouthsideComicsPGH.com.
Grown up human comic people.
And if you need any, if you want to like ask us some questions or something,
Yeah.
like post on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
will respond
Or
to you.
tweet.
Yeah, or tweet us. Yeah, whatever.
Tweet.
Just do some
we
stuff.
will
we'll love
respond to you on the show.
We will respond to you. Yeah.
Holla at
We
your
will-
boy.
We will mention your name.
Yes.
Yay.
Bring down a gluten-free pizza for Dan.
Yeah, sorry.
He's
but I
off the
need it.
glutens, y'all.
Yeah.
For
not his-
real.
it's not his
Hashtag
fault.
keeping it healthy. Hashtag
Not as-
also that.
Yeah.
hashtag
Strong ending.
Hashtag whiskey for breakfast.
and also hashtag
Gin
lid,
for
lid for
dinner.
every garbage can.
Yeah, live for every garbage can. You're
gin for
welcome, by the
dinner.
way.
All right.
All right.
Bye, everybody.
Peace and hair grease. Mwah.
Grown up, human, comic, people! Grown up, human, comic, people!
And then I go through it all, and then the end happened.
Didn't matter.
And again, I was like, fuck! Did I just experience that emotion twice? For no reason at all!